Ladies and gents, this is the moment you waited for. You know why? It's everything you've ever want. It's everything you ever need. And it's here right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. It's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need. And it's here right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. And why is that?
This is the greatest show!
Yeah! Nilaglag ka, nilaglag ka, nilaglag ka.
Yun pala,
Nilaglag ka yan.
yung pala yung pinag-aralan ni Maki na sobrang
Yeah.
tagal. Nag-vocalization siya, no?
Siyempre, kailangan natin baguhin kasi nga wala yung ano natin. Wala yung main mo sa...
wala.
Unfortunately, hindi pa rin siya magaling. Yun nga,
Yes,
medyo... Actually, buong team na halos tinatamaan ng kung ano-ano. So, kung sino man daw yun ang kukulam sa amin, tigilan nyo na. Naghahatid lang naman kami ng saya sa inyo every Monday. So, tigilan na daw yun. So, yun, anyway. Sige, Gamarts, how are you? How are you?
Ganito pa rin, work from home.
Tapos naman. Mukhang
Sana-
kabado ka ba?
Ha?
Kabado ka tonight, ano? Mga kinakabahan ka tonight kasi bigatin yung naging
bigatin
natin.
yung guest natin eh. Tsaka, di basta-basta. Kaya,
Mukhang ano ba? Mukha bang mapapalipat ka na? Mukhang
Hindi natin
pakiramdam
alam.
ko na ano ka na eh.
doon naman ako
ka na.
galing eh. Baka ano yun. Yun yung
Aba! How about
I
you,
shall
Romel
return.
Marcelo? How about you?
Ayun, so far, okay naman. Medyo busy lang talaga. Sobrang daming work. Pero okay yun
big
kasi
time talaga yung boss
at
natin.
least
Busy.
maraming trabaho. So matagal ang trabaho, ganyan. So far,
Okay.
yun, work from home pa rin pero nagbabadya na ang return to office, ganyan. Pero
Okay.
let's
So, at
see.
least, no, yun nga. So, again, for those who are wondering nasaan yung ating Dane host, so, nagpapagaling pa.
Yes.
But hopefully soon, makakasama na siya sa susunod na episode. Tapos,
Yep.
yun nga, so
But also,
tonight,
Papi Park.
actually, mabigat yung naging guest natin tonight. It's the first time na makakasama sila dito ng buo. So, full force ang ano nito, ang buong... Mamaya ako nasasabihin sino. Pero full force sila and we are honored that they are here. Plus, may pa-surprise. May pa-giveaway to tonight. So, hindi lang to basta may pa-giveaway to mga to. So, and it's a limited edition. Wala nga sa market. So, exclusive here for Boring Mondays. And this is gonna be brought to you by... Sige, papakita na natin para makita naman nila sino ba ang ano natin. This show is brought to you by Canon, delighting you always. So thank you, Canon Philippines, for bringing your team here on Boring Monday Show. And before we start, syempre, magpapasalamat muna kami sa aming mga sponsors. So go ahead, Romel Marcelo.
Yun, so syempre maraming salamat kay Sir Ryan Tablante of Riley Corp, Nilen Jet of PS10 Incorporated, Ramil Portes of Single Reflex Camera Services, Handy Top Abacus Communication, Marketing, Sherwin of TCA Digital Square, Chef Easy of It Matters, Michael Lim of Audio Radios, Miss Neats Volante of Picture Books, Lola Costa Creative, Slick Tick Doodles, and Fiat Lux Productions, guys.
Yan. And
Maraming
syempre,
salamat
hindi rin natin pwedeng makalimutan. Gamars! This
Yun,
one.
Different Philippines with HYA Intensive Whitening Pre-Serum Natural Hyaluron 100%. Yun, next, if you like meat products, just go and contact Winnie's Delis at 0966-801-6363.
Yun.
And then, the best focaccia in town, Candish Bakes. Bake fresh on the day you pick up. So
On
just
the way,
contact
On the way you pick up ba?
Just contact
On the way you pick up, no?
0917-526-7718. Yun, Candish Bakes. Then
Yun.
next is Tina's Home Baked Goodness. Yung ube pandesal and yung customized cakes. Yan, panalo talaga. At Tina's. Yun.
Oh, big goodness.
Ito yung pinaka hot cake in town. Mommy Big Big's Kitchen. Where the magic of cooking happens. Just contact their FB page at www.facebook.com Mommybibig's Kitchen or 0966-662-1746.
Yo.
Yun. Book your dream
Ito.
destination with SMB Travel, the promo expert. Just contact 0999-998-1535.
Oh, yung nagparapol ng
yung
sa
Ilocos
Ilocos
Tour,
Tour.
Hindi na.
Yan.
Yan, yung pinakagwapong dentista sa Indang Cavite, Flores Basa Orso Dental Clinic by Franco Amor, Flores Basa DMD. So, just contact 0920-950-9439 or 0917-501-4419.
Yan.
May utang ka, Doc Franco, sa akin. Homescape Realty, your guide to your real estate needs. So, just contact their website at www.homescaperealty.com.ph.
Wag ka daw mag-alala, Gamarch. Wag ka daw mag-alala. Papalitan daw ni Franco yung mga ngipin mo ng puro bagang. Siya, huwag ka mag-alala. Yan. So guys, ito naman ang Urban Essence Beauty and Wellness Center. So don't forget to book your schedule for your skincare needs, and you can drop by on their branches on SM North EDSA and other branches, guys. Yan.
And syempre,
Rad Chameleon, your one-stop shop for all your apparel needs. We offer high-quality, fully sublimated jerseys for all sports with unlimited colors, awesome designs, and quick lead time.
And syempre, ito na nga, ang pinaka-importanting sponsor for tonight.
Yeah!
CANON Philippines, delighting you always because sila ang may pakana kung bakit may episode ngayong gabi. And it's their time to show. Actually, ang dami tayong nakuha ng mga background info. So mamaya malalaman natin ano ang mga gagawin ng CANON for the rest of the year. Tapos makikilala natin sino nga ba yung mga tao na behind CANON na actually sisipag nitong mga to. Ang dami nilang projects ahead of time na talaga naman. Dito pa lang, i-reveal na nila. So again, guys, we give you thanks sa CANON Philippines for giving us the opportunity to bring their whole team here. At malalaman natin ano nga ba meron sa CANON, bakit ang tagal na nila dito sa industry, tsaka diba, lakas nila sa industry. So thank you CANON.
Sobrang solid yan, sobrang solid.
Sige nga, ikaw Romel, ano bang mo? May experience ka na ba with CANON? Any CANON Any
Oo
CANON
naman.
Okay.
Oo naman. Ang nagsimula ako siguro photography, alam mo yung mga digital camera, yan. Yung mga power shot, ISOs, ganyan.
Wow, so, okay.
Canon tayo, then eventually nung SLR, medyo lumipat tayo ng ibang
Meron pa ba nun? Parang wala na yata, di ba? Sabi mo ba? Tama ba?
Hindi naman. Nandiyan pa lang. Nandiyan naman. Pero kaya lang, mas I guess, mas flexible. Yung
Max naman yung term, flexible.
Yes.
Lakas mo ka-build up. Mukhang magkano inabot sa'yo, ha? Magkano yan?
Alam mo, baka maka-discount tayo. Baka naman, CANON. Naman. No?
Chance mo na para malaman. Tanungin natin sila later. Ikaw naman, Gamar.
Kasi
yun, so my first digital DSLR was Canon.
Ang una mo, CANON din?
500D.
Okay. Pero parang sabi mo, di ba, nung nakita mo yung idol mo na hindi pala yun yung hawak, lumipat ka kagad eh. So, ano nangyari?
Nakita ko si Papi Romel na hawak niya is yung isa. Bumili na ako nung isa.
Loko kayo ah. Sige. Parindig yan.
Pero ang binili ni Gamars, hindi yun.
Hindi kaya
yung
hawak niya, hindi ko binili yun.
Tapos ibebenta na daw niya kasi hindi pala mapapakinabangan.
Siguro, I guess, sobrang flexible kasi ng mga ino-offer nila with the market.
True.
This is the time to think about shifting.
Yan. Hindi,
may
actually,
mga nababali-balita na
marami silang dinevelop na bagong product na mukhang sila pa lang ang magiging pioneer dito sa Philippines.
Of course,
At
yes.
Natingnan
Saka
natin
naging
kung ano
consistent
nga
sila, Maki. Naging consistent.
Yun. Actually, yun yung term eh. Consistency. Kasi nga, yun nga, di ba, whether you're using yung kanilang mga older models, lahat yun nakasync. Kumbaga para siyang what do you call it? A network ng mga items. So magagamit mo yan as long as gamit mo yung, syempre original, di ba? Basta original yung kinuha. Pag kinuha niya sa gray market, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo, hindi natin alam. Hindi nila sasagutin yun. Malaki sa
Pero yun
buhay
nga,
nyo.
yun yan. Sobrang, habang nag-advance sila ng kanilang mga technology, yet yung mga old versions, you can still use that to
Ayun.
the newer
Pero hindi,
technology.
mukhang after tonight, marami na talaga mag-shift to the newer technology dahil ito yung ito yung inaabangan ng lahat eh.
Yun yung
Sobrang
sabing
gaan.
mapapaisip sila.
Yes.
Mapapaisip talaga. Kasi lalo na pag tingnan natin kung malalaman na rin yung price kung ibibigay nila. But anyway, sige Romel, before we bring in our guest, one big
Yan.
shout out muna.
So, shoutout tayo. So, umpisahan muna. Siyempre, nandyan yung kalaban. Maganda kami, Sir PayPal, ma. Maganda kami sa'yo. Unang-una ka pa.
Siya yung pinakauna, di ba? Pero yung Canon maganda battery nila.
Yun.
Ay, hindi namamatay. Balita ko hindi namamatay pag
Yan, hindi
nagsashow. Kasi
namamatay.
yung nagsisimula pa lang, namamatay na. Tabayan natin yan, di ba?
Yung kay Sir John Agner, magandang gabi. Nandiyan si Ma'am Johnny Vonea, magandang gabi po sa inyo.
Good evening.
Kay Sir Raymond Sugay, magandang gabi. Yan, tapos andyan na naman si Sir PayPal. Yan, magandang gabi. Kay Sir Adolf Pamintuan, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Magandang gabi. Sabi Sir Papi Park, get well soon. Balik ka na. Narinig mo naman siguro. Narinig mo naman siguro yung opening. Narinig mo naman yung opening, di ba?
Sabi nga nito ni John Ivanea. Kasi po, ganito 'yon.
Concert may pa-concert.
Malaki ang placement ng Canon dito, hindi pwedeng paano-ano lang na yung mga simple-simpleng opening. Kailangan gandahan natin dahil syempre mabigat. But anyway, yun na nga guys. So tonight, this segment is gonna be about Canon and this is the Shop series. Now, before we start, syempre, may konting disclaimer muna tayo kasi baka i-quote nyo kami at i-quote nyo sila. Hindi yun ganun. Okay? Sila? They're professional kasi.
Dito baka dagsain tayo.
Yes. So, Romel, pakibasa please.
Yan. So, disclaimer, the views and opinions expressed by the hosts do not state or reflect those of the company and its management, Canon Philippines. Therefore, the views, opinions...
Ano therefore? Walang therefore dyan.
Furthermore, the views, opinion,
Insinuations.
Insinuations made by the host or guest
Yan.
do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the company.
Yan. So guys, kasi yun nga po, since this is a professional corporate entity, kailangan protektahan din yung kanilang part ng speech naman na hindi naman sila i-quote or miswrongly quoted sa mga sinasabi nila. Although, syempre, they were given the permission by Canon Philippines to be guesting here. So, yung mga sasabihin naman nila has weight. Okay. Ngayon, before we bring in yung dalawa nating bigating guest, papasok muna natin syempre ang ating guest co-host. Romel, sino nga ba yung naging guest co-host natin tonight?
Actually, itong guest co-host natin is sobrang tindi nitong tao na to. Napakadaming pinaggagawa sa buhay nito. Isa sa mga premiadong content creator. Yan.
Naks naman.
So, pag pinanood nyo yung kanyang YouTube channel,
Yan.
Kunyari yung about chairs, about cameras, siguradong mapapabili
Bibili ka na, no?
Parang ito yung review na kailangan kong malaman. Ayun,
maraming nabubudol, no?
Maraming nabubudol. So,
magaling.
Pero wag na natin patagalin. Naging guest actually na natin siya sa mga content creation. Content creation, guys. So, wag natin patagalin. Let's all welcome Sir Jefferson Geronimo. Yan.
Sir Geronimo, good evening.
Hello. Good evening, guys. And it's nice to see you again.
Yes!
Kasi napapanood ko na lang ulit kayo during your live sessions. And ayun, it's nice to be back and to join you here in your live stream. So, ayan, namiss ko Sir Romel.
Parang ang ganda ng polo shirt mo, sir. Parang ang ganda ng polo shirt.
Yun na nga ang sinasabi natin, binabati na di ba?
Atay tayo dyan. Wala
Hindi.
akong...
Hindi siya yung hindi siya yung sasabihan mo, Romel. Mamaya, malalaman mo kung sino sasabihan mo. Tingnan natin kung uubra yung powers mo. But again, this is Sir Jefferson Geronimo of Canon PH. And for those who are wondering, ito yung mga links and yung head office for Canon Philippines.
Yep.
So later, pag may mga questions kayo, some of them will be directed to some of our guests and then the rest will be directed to their FB page para at least merong record ng inyong chat.
Maki,
Okay?
yung split type daw, nakikita na naman natin. Kaya
Nakikita natin
na-miss natin
split
si
type.
Sir.
Nakikita natin split type. And,
Oh, na-focus ay totoo, tuloy, na-conscious tuloy. But, yun nga, we have to say thank you first to Sir Jeff Geronimo for, yun nga, siya yung actually nag-facilitate kung bakit nabuo na natin ang Canon Philippines for the Shop Series. And, again, we have to thank Canon for allowing naman, pumayag sila na, yes, go ahead, let's bring in our representatives para naman malaman na ng taong bayan talaga, para what's next for Canon? Kasi, ng madlang people, what's next for Canon? And again, Canon Philippines is delighting you always.
Always.
Alright, so Sir Jeff, sige. Sino gusto mong unahin na ipasok natin?
Okay, so together with me guys, syempre lahat ng mga question nyo, hindi naman pala lahat. So later on, kung kaya namin sagutin yung mga question nyo, sasagutin natin. And all we need to do right now is to enjoy the live stream. And yes, tamang-tama yung mga co-guest ba? Co-guest natin. I mean, guest natin ngayon. Kasi they really know the
ins and outs.
Ins and outs of Canon camera products. This up to this day. So, yun. So, wag na natin patagalin. Paunahin natin yung sa marketing natin.
Ayan,
so, we have our head of our marketing communications under consumer products. So, let's all welcome Sir Andy, my boss.
Lakas naman.
So, hi, Sir Andy.
Sir Andy,
Hello.
good evening.
Good evening.
Sir Jeff,
Maki, Ga, and si Romel. Sobrang thank you Jeff for a quick introduction. Sobrang light ng conversation. I love it. I love the energy. Si Romel, favorite ko na kagad habang nanonood ako sa backstage. Parang nararamdaman ko yung energy. Parang nasa harap ko lang siya. But anyway, good evening everyone, and good evening to all our viewers. No, so
yeah, thank you, Sir
I'm just
Andy,
living to I'm just living to the expectation of delighting everyone always. Kasi marketing, di ba? Marketing.
Binirahan tayo agad ni Sir Andy.
Quotable quote kagad, di ba?
Nasa corporate world, kailangan bigay todo. Hindi pwede dala yung brand name. So, true enough to their motto and vision.
Si
It's
PayPal
delighting
mo,
you
paparamdam na
always.
naman si PayPal mo.
Hindi ka pwede.
Alright. So that's Sir Andy. So babalikan natin sila mamaya, alamin natin yan. So next, Sir Jeff, go ahead.
Okay, yung next naman is all about kung yung mga ins and out of our camera. So, siya yung nakakaalam ng mga to. So, wag na natin patagalin pa our product manager for camera business.
Ayun.
So, let's welcome Sir JV Ruando.
Hi, Sir JV. Good evening.
Hi, Sir JV.
Good evening, sir.
Wait, naka-mute. So, double check your...
Medyo mahina lang, sir. Mahina.
Wait, sige ha. Try ko i-adjust. Hold on. Wait. Let's see.
Hello?
This one.
Yo!
Ayan.
Good.
Okay na.
So, hello everyone. Hello Maki,
Yun!
Mart, and Romel.
Ganda rin ang
Good evening, sir.
boses.
Welcome po.
Hindi ko matapatan yung energy nyo so I'll try my best.
Kayo nga ang namin Kayo nga inspiration for the show. Kaya makaka-relax kayo. Kami talaga ipapacilitate lang natin lahat ng gustong malaman ng ating audience for tonight.
Pero Maki, napansin ako. Mukhang pagkakanon ka, parang nakakabata. Parang, expected ko pag mga managers, medyo iba yung dati. Pero nagulat ako sa arrive nila, sir. Ang babata naman nila, sir. Siguro pag nagkanon ako, baka maging bata.
Bumata ka din. Tanungin natin kung paano nga ba ang culture within Canon, na bakit nga ba para ang dating is talagang sila, mga ambabata nga. Tsaka buo yung nila, yung ginawa nila tonight. And yun nga, again, we have to thank Canon Philippines for allowing us to interview and bring in itong ating mga Grabe. Nagbibigat ang mga guests at ang gaganda ng setup. Thank you, Canon. Alright. So guys, if you have questions para sa ating mga guests, so again, we have Sir JV Ruanto and Ann P. Factora, and of course, Jefferson Geronimo to represent Canon Philippines. And bago ulit mag-start, ilalabas ko muna yung disclaimer para malinaw. Okay? Again, disclaimer for tonight. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts do not state or reflect those of the company and its management, which is Canon Philippines. Furthermore, the views, opinion, insinuations made by the hosts or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the company Canon Philippines. Okay. Sige, go ahead. Simulan na natin. Siyempre, Romel, the very first question. Actually, alam na nila to eh. Yung the very first question, binigyan naman natin sila ng a little
May quiz.
May quiz pala. Akala ko ba boring Monday? Boring Monday.
Pero nervous Monday kami ngayon.
Romel, the first question na lagi natin tinatanong sa ating mga guests. Go ahead.
Siyempre, kailangan muna nating malaman yung brief background with our guest. So, siguro si Sir Jeff natanong na natin 'yan previously with the
guest co-host na nga yan, di ba?
Pero siyempre, let's ask him again kasi ngayon iba naman ang nire-represent ni Sir Jeff. So, ikaw Sir Jeff, paano mo gusto mong makilala ka ng mga tao as being a representative of a Canon PH team? Yan.
Okay, so I've been with Canon since 2019, so hindi siya ganong kahaba pa. Pero yun, ang ginagawa ko sa Canon kasi is I'm designing the key visuals, yung mga nakikita nyo sa Octagon, Silicon Valley, o kaya Camera House, yung mga posters namin doon. So, back then, kami yung gumagawa noon. Ako yung sa printer especially. So, hawak ko dati is Pixma. So, currently, right now, kami yung gumagawa naman nung nauso yung mga virtual launch. So, kami yon yung mga nagsushoot, mag-edit, then kami yung magpo-post yan. Together with Sir Anvi. One time, nag-shoot kami nung pandemic, during the pandemic. So, may mga permits and all. So, hirap talaga. Kadalasan, ako, si Sir Advi, das yung talent lang yung kasama. So, mga ganon. So, behind those virtual launches, kami yon, and together with PM, like product managers, so si Sir JV and other staff within marketing communication. So, sila yung mga kasama namin. So, yon, ako po yung responsible with the design. And kung may mga typo man and also maling prices. So
ikaw rin na may kasalanan.
Huwag niyo pa ako pag-abonohin.
Okay lang sana kung yung price aangat eh. Pero kung biglang nag-price down, lagot si Jeff kay JV.
Ganun pala yun. So at least nakikita natin a little bit nung nila kung paano sila nag-work as a team. So again, this is a professional team, guys. So you can see na they hold key positions dito sa company, but they work synchronously. So talagang hindi pwedeng yung isa walang idea. Ano yan? Tugtong-dugtong yan. Whatever the content creator is doing, alam yan ng marketing, alam din yan ng product head na ito yung ginagawa nilang parang flow. So kung gusto niyo malaman mamaya kung paano nga ba yung talagang how do they do it? Sino ba nasisimula? Kanino ba magsisimula yung parang task? May tatanungin natin yan. So, nandun pa lang naman tayo sa introduction kasi.
Pero in fairness, yung mga advertisement na mga nakalagay sa, yun nga, Camera House and etc. Medyo eye-catching, Effective yun, Sir Jeff, effective.
Ang lakas mo ka, hirit ka agad. Hoy, hindi yan yun.
Talagang si Romel, favorite ko na talaga si Romel. Kaya pala kanina sinasabi, si Romel daw, looking forward
May hirit agad galing
may name recall na tuloy. Romel Marcelo.
Romel Marcelo. Good one, good. Alright, so babalikan natin si Sir Jeff.
Si Sir John Agner, Canon user since 300D.
Grabe, no? Galing, no?
Tanda na pala si John Agner.
Sige nga, tanong isingit natin quick question. 300D na abutan nyo, Sir Jeff, Sir Anvi, and Sir JV? Wala pa. Well, naku, ang tanda mo na, John Agner. Ay, John Agner.
Medyo sensitive yung question. Next
si JB won't answer. Akala ko kasi 3,000D eh. Nawala ng 0.
So, pwede nyo
Pag may magtanong na iiwan ako yun na.
Pwede gamitin, sir, yung linya na we can neither confirm nor deny the details of that information. Para
kulang sa disclaimer yun.
Kulang
sa disclaimer kayo. No, pero okay, seriously, medyo inabot ko yan. Actually, inabot ko 20D, pero sobrang bagets pa ako nun. So, hindi ko na lang sabihin yung edad ko. Pero right now, I still own yung successor niya, for 500D. I've always been using Canon for 13 years na ata. I mean, even not matagal na talaga. So I started with Exos, tapos 500D, tapos nag 7D ako, and then lumipat ako ng bahay. Again, I'm not yet a Canon user back then. Pero bumalik ulit ako. I'm using my very reliable M50 right now. So nakikita niyo ako nagba-broadcast, I'm using an M50. So yun. So sagot lang dun sa nagsabi. Medyo inabot ko.
Marketing talaga.
Alam mo talaga.
Oo, talagang tapos siguro after nitong live na to mapapabili ako ng EOS R.
Ayan.
Kaya bumalik isa sa Canon kasi nakakabata ang Canon, Maki. Tingnan mo naman di ba?
Alright. So, actually, nabigyan na tayo ng pahapyaw doon sa answer nung brief background ni Sir Andy. But sige, go ahead with your story, Sir Andy.
Should I start? Well, again, thank you guys. No. Well, I started my career a few years back. Few years, when I say few years, this is the time we're in of the 90. Yan, yung mga 200D, 300D. Mukha lang po akong bata. But generally, I'm quite old in the industry already. But I started in agency side. So, more on advertising, PR, and then I transitioned to managing different brands. So, my bread and butter was always been related to technology. Kasi mahilig talaga ako sa computer. Ako yung literal na sinasabi nakaka-computer mo yan. As in talagang literally, I play a lot of games.
Yes.
I play a lot of, I'm doing a lot of product photography before, yung mga casual photography, mga school projects. Kasi I'm a communication arts student. So, isa sa mga tool na ginagamit namin dati is sa camera. So, very important na meron kang knowledge when it comes to camera. Kahit nga yung SLR, very familiar pa rin kami kasi talagang kailangan mong matutunan yung basic and fundamentals. And I think we're gonna talk about a little bit of history in a bit.
Yes.
So, yun. Before Canon, I was part of a big technology company, laptop brands, smartphone brands na very into photography. So, I was part of ASUS, I was part of Huawei, and then very recently, I was also part of Lazada Philippines doing marketing for them. So, yan. And then, of course, I found my new home in Canon. So, ang trivia lang, I started my career in Canon 2020. That was 15 days exactly before the lockdown happens.
Aray ko po.
So, you could just imagine how stressful that was. Because adapting to a new...
agad.
Adapting to the new system, transitioning to the new system, and building rapport to your team. It was all done digitally. But I would like to acknowledge na talagang medyo naging okay naman because again, nakakabata nga. Totoo naman sabi ni Romel. Nakakabata nga yung tao sa Canon. So, kaya medyo na-adapt ko yung environment. So, yeah. Then of course now I found my new home in Canon. I'm here for almost 3 years now. Turning 3 by next year. So far so good. Enjoying the ride, and it was a bumpy and exciting ride, but over and above, I think I'm here to delight everyone. So yun lang. Salamat. Thank you guys.
Delighting you always, Canon. Alright, so babalikan ulit natin si Sir Andy. Syempre, next is Sir JV.
Na-pressure ako sa journey niyan. Parang medyo boring yun sa akin.
Hindi boring yan. Exciting nga.
Super exciting yung...
Exciting nga yun sa'yo, sir.
Hindi kasi siya very exciting yan si Jay. I'll let him explain to you guys.
Yeah, sige.
Okay, so, hi, I'm JV. Actually, gusto kong i-correct yung name eh. I don't want it to be spelled JNV Capital kasi mukhang sumisigaw. So hindi,
Ah,
preference
okay.
ko lang yun. So
Sige.
may mga branding din tayo na ano.
Yon. Ay, ayusin natin yan. Don't worry. Teka
Ah,
lang. Give
para
me.
kasing sumisigaw yung ano parang nagagalit. Yan, di ba?
Yeah, no, ayusin ko yan.
Wala lang.
Don't worry.
Anyway, keeping it interesting. So I
Yeah.
actually graduated as an IT student. So graduated
Okay.
IT. And then I started as a graphic artist. So nag-graphic artist ako, and then when I transferred to the other company that I worked for about mga 10 years or 11 years. Bata pa ako, guys. So parang after 1 year of staying as a graphic artist, naglakas lang ako ng loob to apply for a marketing position or
Okay.
product management position. Kasi
Mhm.
sabi ko, meron naman ako nito sa resume. So, I studied. Kasi yung IT namin is not just yung technical or the coding side.
Mhm.
So, nag-apply ako. And then, nung natanggap ako, ni-review ko yung transcript. And then I found out na isa lang pala yung marketing subject ko. So, pero alam mo yun, yung parang nandun na ako eh. So, I have to, I have to,
Panindigan mo yun kasi inano mo
kailangan mo
sinabi
ng
mo.
fake it till you make it, diba? So, I lasted around siguro mga 10 years. And
Okay.
then I was positioned din for a year in Indonesia. And
Mhm.
then I came back. I came back nung lockdown. So, imagine the stress.
Wow! Talagang kayo yung
I
ano,
came back,
kayo the pandemic team talaga, no?
the lockdown buddies kami.
Yan,
And
alright.
then, and then the big change happened in 2021 when I transferred to Canon. So, it
Okay.
was a big move. It was a controversial move, but
You made it good.
siguro I would say I've been in the camera industry for more than 10 years. So I know
Okay.
how it works. And
Mhm.
then I just changed brand, and like what Anvi said, I found my home. What I can
Yun.
say is nakakatulog na ako.
Yun.
Yun ang gusto ko sabihin.
Oy,
Yeah.
it speaks a lot, It speaks a lot on the culture. I think yung
Yeah,
gusto
yeah.
sabihin ni JB, it speaks a lot with the culture. And this
As
is
in,
no...
nakakatulog.
It's a
Okay.
big deal for a lot of us
I mean,
na medyo alam yun.
it's how you manage. It's how you manage your time, right? I mean,
Yes.
you cannot blame it solely to the other, other party. But at the end of the day, parang ako kasi what I really wanted here is, totoo pala yung me time. Yung ganun.
Oh,
That's what I
masarap.
realized. That's
Oh
what I
guys,
Work-life
narinig niyo
balance,
yan.
Sir Jamie.
Straight from the heads from one of the key departments.
Ano daw? Ano tawag
Kung
dyan? Yung Canon may me
interested kayo,
time.
no? Oh,
Apply
diba?
kayo, guys, Apply kayo.
Apply,
Just want to add.
Yeah.
Actually, hindi ako interested sa photography at all. But since I had to work as marketing for camera, I had to learn. So
Yeah.
what I did, since I'm a toy collector and my toys are just there hanging, why not take a photo of it, 'di ba? So yung
Okay.
yung background ko to photography when it comes to toys is totally different from the toy photographers you see because I learned from a portrait photographer. So the way I take photos of toys is
Parang
sabihin
human
mo
subject.
boring.
Mm-mm.
It may look boring but to me kasi it creates parang parang gusto ko na parang nasa studio setting sila. I like it very minimal in terms of yung color blocking lang yung background ko madalas.
Yeah.
So that's how I learned about the camera. That's how I got familiar with the lenses. Kasi to be honest, if you see the lineup of lenses, medyo overwhelm. If you see the number, di ba, 1535, 1435, 2470, 7200, so on and so forth. And then wala ka pa dun sa aperture. So when you look at the name, medyo nakakahilo siya. But one tip I can give for those who wants to learn about yung mga lens nga is just to try it out. Kasi eventually you'll learn why it's named like that.
Yeah.
So yun yung naging technique ko is to really shoot and try to make my work for me. Kasi I really enjoy the aspect of shooting my toys And then eventually in the process I learned a lot dun sa aking craft for being a product manager. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your stories or ito ba yung mga humble beginnings ni Sir
may
JV, Sir
question ako kay
Anvi,
Sir
and
JV.
Sir Jeff. Sige, Romel, may follow-up ka na kagad?
May question. Kasi nabanggit ni Sir JV ang me time sa Canon Philippines. I want to ask, sa CANON Philippines ba, meron din bang we time? We time?
Wow, we.
Oo, may we time dyan.
I think
Di ka
madami, no?
nag-iisa.
I mean, pwede naman. Kasi like
Oo.
recently, when we had a shoot for a new project that will be launching soon,
Mhm.
kami ni Jeff, ang kulit lang namin sa kotse. Alam mo, pumunta kaming bundok, ang dala ko popcorn. Ganun.
Oh.
Tapos, wait.
Tapos,
Ano
nakasandal
suot
siya,
mo?
ako naka-crocs. Tapos, tinatawanan lang kami ng mga kasama namin kasi well-prepared.
Nice. Di ba?
And then, parang
Crocs.
recently kami ni Anvi, we went to parang Makati together. Alam mo yung
Mhm.
pababa na kami, pero ayaw pa namin bumaba kasi ang daldal namin dalawa. Kasi
Okay.
nag-uusap lang kami.
Yun
nagkikwentuhan
yung
lang kami.
literal na talagang as in you enjoy each other's company. And I think it goes it goes back to what JB has mentioned, yung me and we time can be
Yeah.
enjoyed together in the
Mukhang-
company.
Mukhang maraming
nakakatawa
mag-a-apply
Nagkatabi lang kami ni Anvi ng ng upuan. Pero pag
Yeah.
Tapos ako,
nagkwentuhan kami,
ilang cubicle lang din.
never kami nauubusan ng kwento. Parang
Okay.
every time may bagong kwento. So, that's how people bond, I think, in canon. Hindi naman, I mean, it's not about yung mga chismis or gossip. It's
Yes.
more of kasi the interest
Mhm.
nung nandun sa...
Actually, kaming
Nasa
tatlo, medyo very interested kami with camera. I mean, not not hardcore purists, but we're
Yeah.
enthusiasts.
Yes.
So yun nga, si
But
Jeff,
it comes
creator, si
with the
JB,
territory,
photographer.
Sir Anvi, no? Kasi ang hirap nga naman that you're working for, kahit hindi nga camera ba, sabihin na natin, if you're working for a brand, tapos hindi
That
mo
you're
man
not
tinetest,
passionate
hindi
about.
mo naman ginagamit, hindi ka rin naman
Totoo.
passionate about it, hindi
Totoo.
mo man lang inintindi ano nga ba yung ino-offer nung brand mo. It's hard na tapos sasabihin mo, you go out and tell people, oh, buy this, or I want you to try this. Tapos pag tinanong ka, ikaw ba, sinubukan mo na?
Or hindi ka magiging believable kasi. I think
exactly.
when it comes to yung pagde-deliver ng message, it's they know if you are an authentic user or you know the brand through ins and out. And this is true not just with camera. I think even other industry, this is very true. So kaya kami nga may mga times na kami nila JB, nila Jeff, biglang isipin lang namin, casual kwentuhan siya. And then all of a sudden biglang may isip namin, gawin natin content 'yan, o gawin natin ganito 'yan. So I think it's very extemporaneous. So ganun nangyayari sa amin. So yun, I think yun one thing that is very important in a team is yung siguro yun nga yung you share the same interests and passion and yung
that you can make it
ideas.
work.
Pero
Alright.
we're not painting a perfect picture. I mean, perfect
maisip
picture, di ba? Di ba? Canon camera, perfect picture. But
Pero
no,
wala.
we're not painting a perfect picture for the viewers. It's an organization. Any organization has its ups and downs. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, I think yun nga, what makes it more exciting to go to office or to alam mo yun, create special projects is you work with lighter people. And I think that's what's important, di ba?
And ang pinaka-importante, syempre, na lagi nating tatandaan, and it's always gonna be reminded to us, because ang mga people natin tonight are always, di ba? Ayan.
Delighting you.
Ako naman,
Delighting you
I
always.
Yeah, yeah.
Turn after the run, yan. So it's part
I
of
saw
their
yung
actually,
comment, sorry I saw
Yeah.
the comment of PARC kasi parang he's saying that mahirap magbenta ng product na
That's
hindi mo
one.
alam.
Yeah.
To me,
Para ba hugot yun, ha?
no, to me, ako, the way I look at it, kasi I'm also a marketing person.
Mhm.
I cannot market something that I cannot buy.
Yun.
Diba? So, parang may times kasi na I'm really saying na ayoko ilipat sa ganitong category kasi hindi ako yung market yan eh. I
Pero
cannot buy
Sir
that.
JV, anuhan kita doon. Double-edged yung sinabi mo kasi. So every time may product na kaya mong bilhin, ibig sabihin, ang laki pala ng bayad sa'yo, no? Kasi nabibili mo rin yung product na binibenta. Peace lang yun.
Bakit?
Siyempre, ano lang yun.
Dalawa nga lang Aqua Plus ko.
Hindi, joke lang yun. Pero guys, ano lang yun? Joke lang namin yun. Inano lang namin. We're just trying to
Depende daw
lighten the
kasi sa
situation.
product, Maki. Iba-iba kasi ang product. Ang Canon has full lineup of products.
Actually,
Yo!
Ang galing ng dalawa dito.
Hindi, if you also find your passion dun sa, alam mo yun, I mean, huwag nating i-sugarcoat, dun sa binibenta mo, it would show. Kasi kunwari,
It comes
ipabenta
naturally,
mo ko ng ipabenta mo ko ng kotse, hindi naman ako car enthusiast eh. How would I know the ins and outs dun sa kotse, di ba? Baka benta lang kita. Yeah, true enough. Bumili lang ako ng kotse kasi dilaw. Kasi gusto ko yung color.
Oy,
Diba?
teka, bawal yun. Teka, ano tayo ngayon?
No.
Color
No.
theme tayo.
Kasi,
It's okay, it's
dilaw
okay, it's
yung
okay.
Pikachu.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Pikachu.
syempre, hello. Di ko naman ang gusto yung isa. Hindi ko nga alam.
Ay, galing na tayo.
Flex na na Sir JV yung dilaw ng kotse. Malamang pula na yan ngayon. Malamang pula na yan.
Alright.
Wait lang, nagpapawisan ako dito.
Nilalag si Jeff.
Sinasabi ko lang is, you cannot sell something that you're not passionate about.
Yes,
Yes.
that's true.
Yes.
Parang ang hirap din kasing pilitin kasi makikita mo yan eh.
Yeah.
Hi, Don. Hello.
Lalabas na parang parang what do you call it, parang scripted or parang binasa mo na lang yung brochure kung
Yeah.
hindi mo rin lang naman inalam yung product mo. Sana binigay mo na lang ang direction. Basahin mo na lang to, tapos bahala ka kung gusto mo yung product or hindi. But okay, sige, bago tayo mapalayo, so syempre, so you've all introduced yourselves already, your background and why you're here now with Canon Philippines. Now, the second question, Gamarts, is gonna know more about the company profile naman na pinasukan ninyo. Gamarts, throw in the next question.
Ito na yung next question, please. Joke lang.
Kaya,
Yun, so getting to know how Canon Philippines started in the Philippines, if may brief history kayo. So, did they start with photography or other line of businesses?
I think Canon has been always...
I think not in the Philippines. No? I mean, in general, not in the Philippines. But
Okay.
Canon
Japan.
started as a camera brand talaga.
so talagang camera brand ang nang-focus ng Canon.
For
Okay?
shooting film,
Mhm.
kung alam niyo pa mga 35mm na film na may 27, 36 exposure, marami kayo, don't deny. Alam niyo kayo, alam niyo pa yan.
Ayaw umamin, no? Walang
Hiling kayo.
aamin.
Kung mahilig kayo magaganon pa or sanay pa yung
So that was
daliri niyo.
Canon. That was Canon nga, no?
We
Alright.
started with AE1. That was the first film camera that Canon had. So AE1. And then from there, I think nag-progress na yan to printers and then other expanded business. And then now,
Okay.
to the very high-tech or very innovative products that we have right now.
Mirrorless.
Okay.
In the
But
market.
if you would give us a parang ballpark year, would you happen to know kailan talaga pumasok sa Philippine market ang Canon?
Si Jeff
around
nag-research dyan.
Ayan.
On, go, Sir Jeff.
Sige.
Gusto ko yung research ni Jeff dyan.
Hindi,
Wala,
wala.
si Jeff yung historian namin eh. Ang,
Ayan.
ang history, it's never a chismis. Totoo po
Ayan.
ito.
Oh,
Kasi guys, trivia lang, we're celebrating our 25th anniversary this year.
Congratulations, Canon.
So working
Philippines,
back
for 25
since
years.
since graduate na accounting, working back kung 25 years kami ngayon. So 2022 minus 25, 1997 dumating ang Canon sa Philippines. So yon.
1997 siya naging Canon Philippines.
Canon
Okay.
Philippines.
So there you have it, guys. So 25 years here in the Philippines na talaga naman. Up
Pero
until now, talagang sila pa rin ang pioneer.
Yeah, from the birth of camera, it was 1976.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And ako, naaalala ko,
Wala pa ako nun. Alam yan.
ako naaalala ko every time yung Canon is when I watch NBA games before. Nakikita, household brand kasi, di ba? So, if there are yung mga sporting events, makikita mo yung mga logos nila. Even, like, most recently, during the pandemic, when yung Last Dance was released, you would see a lot of photographers as early as 1980s, 1970s, were using Canon. Or, I mean, using different cameras. Pero,
Yes.
household, it has become an household brand eh, when it comes to imaging in general.
Fact, napaka-active, and if I'm not mistaken, in most films, as in yung mga movies and films in the US, the first brand na talagang nandun agad for placement is always Canon. So yung kahit yung pahaging lang na merong kukunan
Yung
ko
mga
na-
incidentals.
placements,
Yeah, diba? It's
Yeah,
Canon.
incidentals,
Kitang-kita. Ang distinct yan ng red logo
Even
na yan
up
ng
to
Canon.
now, even up to now, I mean, in one recent poster of Doctor Strange, you can see they're very identical yung 15-35 millimeter na lente
Canon, di ba?
na Canon. So I mean,
Yes.
those things, it has become a household brand. So
Okay.
it's easier for you to associate yun nga sinasabi ni Jeff for celebrating 25 years. And 25 years is no joke in the Philippine market. I think it was a very significant milestone. And then other than that, actually worldwide, I think parang 100 plus years na ata yung Canon.
Pwede na pumasok sa Fortune 100 company.
Yeah. We are
Fortune
already actually
500.
from Fortune
Nice.
500. Yeah. So mga ganun. But
Alright.
needless to say, I think it's my point of view has always been all camera brands are great. It depends on how you really alam mo yun, take advantage of certain very interesting features. Kaya mamaya we can share very exciting
Yan.
features of different products eh.
Pero
Yeah.
hindi.
Pero nandun pa tayo sa knowing ano eh.
Knowing the company. Pero,
Knowing the company.
hindi,
Walang
natutulungan ko na
exciting
yung
part.
sinabi ni Sir Anvi. Tonight it's about Canon. So Canon is the brand to get, no? Wag na kayo magtanong ng iba, wag na kayo mag-ask. Ito na sila Mamaya, tingnan nyo, baka bigyan kayo yan ng mga
Or baka may mga questions about products or anything.
diba?
Baka pwede namin
Kaya sagutin
matulungan.
yan ni Sir JB.
Pwede namin si JB
And
was
then
is here.
we are
Basta
we
pagka
are
product, tinuturo namin kay JB. Eh.
Yan, diba? So, encourage you guys to let us know what was your first Canon camera and what do you
Yes.
guys
What were
love
your
about the
Canon
Canon brand.
years
So, post
and
them here on the
experience with
comment
Canon?
section. And syempre, share with us your Canon story or yung journey nyo through photography using Canon as your brand. Alright, so medyo nabanggit na nga yan, yung brief history of the company profile, Canon Philippines here. 25 years na dito yan sa Philippines and then more than 100 years already worldwide. Now, there's another question. Syempre, since this is a company, an organization, and an organization would always work to a specific vision and mission. Now, can you share with us, also with the audience, ano naman yung naging vision and mission ng Canon here? Go ahead.
Sige, I'll start Sir JP and Sir Andy. So, yun. Bali kasi sa Canon, we have different branding per region. But instead of the mission and vision, since syempre baka maboring boring Mondays, mahaba or I mean lots of words.
Yes.
The only thing that we invite every now and then kapag gagawa kami ng programs, gagawa kami ng mga strategies is always going back to the branding, which is the delighting you always.
This
So
one.
I think I think that's
Alright.
the core
Core
thing
value.
that we parang ganun, pero it's still not the core value pagka pumunta ka dun sa office. So marami kami dun yung nasa ID yun eh. So
Ay, teka, teka. Sir Jeff,
iba.
isingit lang natin mabilis. Tingnan natin kung mahuhulaan yung edad. So, first Canon camera niya daw was a PowerShot A460. Gano'n nakatagal ito? Raymond, inano lang namin. Titingnan lang natin kung gano'n na makatagal yung mga brand, yung mga
Plus,
specific
minus,
models
no?
na naabutan ninyo.
Plus minus kung kailan siya nagkaroon ng camera literacy. So, let's say, ayoko na sabihin, baka magalit siya.
But what year, ballpark figure, around what year was A460 introduced here in the market? May 30.
Depende kung saan naunang market. I mean, depende yan. Kung kunwari, na-late ang release dito, baka naman dito niya binili. So, mas bata pa siya compared
May lusot ka na, Raymond.
Naglalabasan na yung mga Canon nandiyan si Sir Mark Floro.
Ay, Sir
Sir
Borge.
Borge, si Sir Borge, di ba?
Sir Borge.
Oo, Canon yan. Canon yan.
Borge. Ay, si
Raffle
Borge,
na po
pumupunta yun talaga pag may raffle. Mamaya pa yun. Hindi, pero again, sige, bigyan na natin ng idea. So, guys, tonight, since Canon Philippines is celebrating yun nga, 25 years here in the
25 years, oo.
Philippine market. Plus, nag-coincide nga yung guesting nila sa anniversary month naman ng Boring Mondays. So, napaka-generous syempre ng Canon na hindi sila pupunta dito na wala silang bitbit. So, later, ipapasok natin yung hashtag. Meron silang ipapag-giveaway na limited edition, wala sa market. And it's all exclusive here on Boring Monday. So, you have to thank
Arcade ba yan?
Canon Philippines
Arcade,
for this wonderful raffle. So, mamaya, okay.
Bakit mukhang kinakailangan kong umalis? Kasi sasali ako sa
Hindi ka
raffle.
kasama doon, baliw. pang-audience yun, loko-loko. Si Seth Briggs naman is saying Canon 6D user. So, na-influence naman siya
Yan,
daw ng
oo.
kanyang friends and mentor na Canon user din. Next. Okay lang, sabi ni Raymond, no, okay lang daw
Si
na
Ma'am Jo
magkaalaman na ng
Castuling.
edad. Diba?
Ay, oo, si Ma'am Jo, Canon din yan. Si Ma'am Jo. Isa sa
Yes.
mga premium
Yung
newborn
AA6,
photographer.
ano yun? AA4660 parang,
2007.
if I'm not mistaken, mga 14 years ago yan. If
Oh,
I'm not
14
mistaken.
years.
Okay.
14
So, hindi
years
pa
ago.
ganon.
2007 lang naman. So, boom of the digital camera.
Siguro mga anything, paki-confirm si anong pangalan niya.
Si Raymond.
Raymond.
Oh,
Joey.
si Raymond. Raymond, can you confirm anything between 13 to 15 years old siguro? 15 years old camera.
Or
Kasi may
give and
ata
take
yan ng mga
kasi-
Ixos eh.
Yeah, give
Saka
and
may-
take,
may-
baka nabili niya sa US. So, as a
okay.
Philippine.
Yun.
bata.
Yeah.
Opo,
Saka may isa pang quote idea doon guys ha. Kasi may iba-iba rin ang naming per country. Baka hindi kayo familiar yung Rebel. Di ba may mga ganun?
Okay.
May mga iba-iba ang naming per region. I mean yung US.
yung teaser,
something like
no?
that.
That's why. Alright.
Yes,
may mga ganun. So, baka-
may Rebel.
May mga Kiss, Rebel, yung mga ganun. Anyway.
Okay.
Ivy.
Yan.
Nice. Ito naman si Borge, sabi naman niya, Canon 300D.
Ah,
Actually, oo. I remember that, yung
300D.
Canon 300D
Tagal na
na yan.
yan.
Ay, napaka heavy duty use yan. Kodakero naman is saying, he started with a 600, medyo ano pa to, medyo bago-bago dun
Batch
sa,
namin yan.
600D user. Okay, 600D user.
Mas
600D.
nauna ko dyan. Mas nauna ko dyan, 500D sa akin.
Ay, tinatanong,
Laking pagsisisi ko. Kasi may mic input na yung 550D saka 600D eh. May mic input na. So, parang 2 months lang naglabas yung mga taga-Canon ng 550D. Sobrang galit na galit ako. Kasi nga yung camera ko walang mic input, kailangan ko siya pang mga video back then.
yes, true.
Sa
May
akin,
tinatanong
Maki,
si Sir Mark
yung
Floro,
unang
may
Canon.
anniversary party daw ba with Canons for 25 years? Pwede daw mag-invite ng mga former Canon ambassadors? Tanong natin, tingnan natin kung kaya. Sir Jeff ang sasagot
welcome
niya.
lahat welcome lahat, definitely. I think we've si Sir Mark Floro, hello po sir. Sir, I've been hearing a lot of great news and contribution from you before. So hello po,
Mark
maganda.
Floro.
It was a pleasure to virtually meet you. So but yeah, I think we've been very open when it comes to not just ambassador. Ako very proud ako dyan that we've been very collaborative regardless of what brand, regardless of what company or camera brand are you using. If you want to test any product from Canon right now, no, I think marami kayo nakikita from this brand to this brand and they're trying different brands and they were also using Canon. I think that was our way of making sure that we continue the passion towards photography. Kasi yun yung talagang, I mean, that's the business of Canon eh. At the end of the day is that, di ba, pagka downplay mo yung photography in general, it affects the entirety. And we don't want that to happen. I think we wanted to build an
Sa
ecosystem.
Canon kasi meron kaming nabalitaan. Hindi ko lang alam kung saan yan,
Good
pero
vibes lang
nabalita
sila.
lang naman na pag former ambassador, wala na, hindi na nila inaano. Pero Canon, talaga, no? Welcome, no?
Ano tayo dyan?
Tayo na Canon nang naipasok dito eh.
Maki, oy.
Joe Bisuga is confirming
Ayan,
15
sabi niya,
years,
Raymond,
15 years and
15 years. Yeah,
John
yeah.
Agner naman still has the Rebel XT.
Rebel XT.
nung
Ayan,
time.
yung Rebel, JB, hindi ko alam kung kabisado ni JB.
US.
Some country ba yung Rebel?
US.
US.
Oh, yeah.
US. Yeah.
Kiss is Japan.
Japan,
Ayan, Kiss,
alright.
Japan.
Sonzi
Ivy-
Escanio is saying naman sa kanya Canon T2i naman yung kanyang
Hindi ko na alam.
200 yata yan sa.
Sir,
Nag-attempt
200
ko ng
D,
Mark
200.
Floro, ito yung
Lalo
legit.
yung FPV. Ano pa yan?
Ay, Sir Mark Loro, may sinasabi po si Romel sa inyo.
1972.
Diba? Tapos
Sa
also,
akin,
Joe
Maki,
Castro
ako,
is saying
450.
the DSLR is 450D. Okay, so ano pa? Kasi kung nag-start sa 300 sila
Kapatch kayo ni
board,
Ma'am Jo, Papi Mel.
mga ano na yun, ano? Like
Hindi. Ano
5 years
ako,
after ba? Ang
Sa akin,
450D?
ang unang Canon camera ko, 5D Mark 1 yan. 5D Mark 1.
Marco.
Time.
Grabe, big time.
Kasi sa
5D
wedding
agad.
industry, syempre, ang hanap
Full
nila
frame,
normally
full
full frame Canon.
Right. So,
So,
Tonzi
yun
is saying
talaga
the Canon
agad.
T2i is like the Canon 550D.
550D. Okay.
Alright.
550.
Thank you for informing us, Sir Tonzi. So yun nga. So again, recap natin. Sinabi nga nila the brief company history na 25 years here on the PH market but more than 100 years already worldwide. And then also, Sir Jeff already mentioned na sort of the vision and mission of Canon is going back to the branding wherein Canon is delighting you always. So yun yung parang nagiging, what do you call it?
Drive.
drive nila on what they
mantra,
do.
parang ganun.
So mantra on what on how they proceed with their work here in the Philippines.
Siguro, Maki, yung question ko na to, mukhang pasok naman dito sa mission ng CAN. Kasi,
Sige.
Years before, way back before, there is a Canon photo marathon, which is, yan lagi ang inaabangan ng mga, lahat ng photographers, aspiring, professional, kasi ang daming talks, ang daming mong matututunan talaga. Do Canon has a plan na maibalik yung ganung mga klaseng parang gatherings so far.
Siguro I could be the one to reply to that because I
Okay,
think
yes po.
yung photo marathon, it's one of the reasons why I joined the company. It's because lagi ko nakikita yan. Dati sa MOA, di ba, sa BGC.
Yes.
Nakikita ko yan and I'm just an
Actually,
spectator.
Ano lang yan pinahagingan lang yan ni Romel Marcelo. Pero actually si Romel Marcelo yung numero 1 ma-attend talaga niyan. Wala na exception. Walang palya. No joke, walang palya every year.
Kasi it brings camaraderie and
Yes,
I
of
think
course,
'di ba nakikita mo yung iba't ibang Canon shooter, nakikita mo or anyone that uses a Canon camera, and then it's a big celebration. So I think right now we're doing baby steps as much as we want to make sure that the celebration goes alam mo yun, very similar and uplifts its pride of having that very good celebration. We wanted to put safety at the forefront and we wanted to make sure talagang pagka bumalik kami, we will go back with a bang. Yun lang naman yun eh. We do everything na talagang properly planned and etc. So I think yun, right now, stay tuned. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes. So I think stay tuned. Diba? I think that's the good thing. But in lieu of all of those photo marathon, meron kaming mga pocket sessions that we're doing right now, 'di ba? May mga dealer collaborations kami with our partners from Henry's Camera House, other partners not just in Metro Manila. So, we're doing small activities. Actually, very recently we did one face-to-face event in Davao. So, yun. I mean, this kinds of small activities would lead up to something big. So, something big, you guys stay tuned.
Pero nagbaban naman kayo ng tao doon, Sir Anvi, di ba? So, pwede ba si Romel Marcelo?
Yes. Hindi kami nagbaban, pero kung kunwari, pwede nyo i-request by Boring Mondays, request mo na.
Papadala kami ng
pakiban.
Ang number one requirement doon, dapat may Canon camera. Buhay pa yung 5D ko, buhay pa. Hindi pa yun eh. Hindi ko pa isalang yung sinel.
So, sabi nga si John Agner, I also know si John Agner sumasama kasi dyan na yung photo marathon with Canon. So you get to do friendly talk with most, if not all, of the Canon ambassadors during the photo marathon. That's true. Talagang inano nila yan.
Diyan mo makikita na maraming magagaling talagang photographers dito sa Philippines. Talagang makikita mo very talented young ones, different. Hindi mo makikita yung age. Hindi mo makikita whatever, alam mo yun, age, gender. Talagang they are equally in equal battlefield. You were only given like, 'di ba, certain parameters, or you shoot in like 2 hours, you go back here, this is the team. Then pare-parehas kayo. So it's a very exciting feeling. So, doon mo mararamdaman yung adrenaline eh, 'di ba?
Bumabalik yung memories ko ng 2019.
Ako hindi pa kasi ako naiinggit ako kay Jeff kasi nga Jeff was able to experience photo marathon. Ako movie marathon lang ang na-experience.
Nakasali naman ako. Nakasali ako dyan, Maki. Nakasali ako dyan siguro way back 2013 yata o 2012.
Even before, ayaw pang abilin.
Sumali ako dyan. And fortunately, pumasok naman yung litrato. Pero syempre, hindi naman nag-place. Na-finalist lang naman. Kaya sabi ko, tuwa ako dito. Sabi ko, sayang. Ako na nahalo.
Singit lang na naka-place.
So, 2013, edi sila Miss Marie Chris Fabi Carlos yun eh. I think siya yung nag-champion that time.
Yung mga ganun.
Ay, talagang hindi ubra.
Hindi talaga.
Amor soloist eh.
Amor soloist.
Ano ba naman tayo, di ba?
Seth Briggs is saying na yung mentor niya para maging siya maging Canon professional, si Sir Anthony Balben. And then
Oy,
Tons
mabait
is
yan.
saying,
Mabait yan si Anthony. Actually, we had a very recent encounter. May nangyari sa kanya sa camera niya, parang na ano ata siya, parang na hold up or something. So,
Oh.
pinahiram namin. Tama siya ba yun? Parang if I'm not mistaken, siya
opo,
ata yun.
yung late.
ano siya?
yung,
Yeah, attend siya ng wedding. Oo. He's a very good
Yes,
friend.
somewhere in-
He's a very good friend of
Somewhere
ours.
here yun. Somewhere here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yun yung isang example ko siguro of, just
How
being
you-
true. Just being
Yeah.
true to what happened is that we supported him with loaning
Ah, yeah.
a
Kinonfirm.
camera gear for 6 months para
Yeah.
makabawi siya sa trabaho niya.
Oo,
It's true.
I think that's one good story that I want to share with everyone. So,
Correct.
Yun nga.
yeah.
So
Kasi
confirmed.
doon po
That's
sa,
big,
sa,
so-
sa wedding industry, kami
Anthony.
yan nila,
Ah.
Anthony Baldi. Yun nga, nalaman nga namin na gano'n. Then it so happened na yun nga, narinig
Yun yung
namin
hinintay siya, no?
na,
Hinintay
Oo,
siya
Hindi,
lumabas.
naghihintay siya nung sundo
Siya na-
somewhere. Tapos yun nga na hold up. As in lahat nung dala niya.
Yeah, it was a
Kumbaga,
morning. Morning,
Morning
parang
yun,
ano ata,
morning
papunta
araw.
na siya ng wedding. That
papuntang
time.
wedding yun eh.
Punta siya ng
And
But
wedding.
yun
Agner
nga.
is saying naman, 2012 naman yung kanyang last na photo walk. Okay.
Yun nga,
Ayan,
sobrang
so-
maganda yun. Kasi si Anthony Baldwin parang, siyempre, we support yung mga kabaro namin. Pahiramin naman ng gamit, lalo kung malapit naman. And it just so happened na, yun nga, Canon Philippines
Pero
led
Just so
Baro
happen, ang
for
bagal
years.
nyo, nauna pa yung Canon, hindi na kayo
Buti.
nahiya.
Yun na nga, yun pa nga ang pinakamaganda. Ang bilis ng reaction, di ba?
Hindi,
Siyempre.
Walang talagang
yeah, hindi na actually hindi kami nagdalawang isip when we saw it. Automatically,
Yun nga eh,
we had to
diba?
reach out to him and tell him that
Thank
there's
you,
something.
Canon Philippines.
Kasi
for-
hindi,
So,
saka to be fair din naman sa mga kabaro natin, I mean within the wedding industry, mahal naman kasi ang equipment. Hindi mo pinakakakitaan mo siya eh. 'Di ba? Hindi mo rin naman siya basta
over-
mapahiram.
Hindi naman siya,
Hindi siya parang
hindi
laruan
naman siya hindi siya ROI on your first, second, third, fourth.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
overtime
Yes.
before you
Yes.
get your return of investment.
Pero very good friend of ours. He did some video materials for us during kasi nung pandemic we did launch a campaign, even up to now it's still ongoing. We call it Digital Masterclass. So isa siya sa mga Canon professional photographer namin na nagsalita about wedding, about birding. Kasi alam ko birder din siya eh. Parang side ano niya yun.
bird
Side
boy din pala si
Bird
Sir
boy.
Ad.
Antayin natin
Pwede
kung
pala.
pag naging maganda yung virtual relationship natin dito. Tingnan natin kung si Romel Marcelo magiging birding na, tsaka magiging magiging Canon professional Romel Marcelo.
Speaking of birding, naalala ko na naman yung experience namin, Sir JB.
I just want to share something that
Yeah.
we can brag about. I think I can speak for our team, no. Best in service, after sale service.
Yun
It's
talaga.
True. Totoo yun. I mean,
Hindi, I
in
mean-
fact, sa
I think it's
sobrang
something that we can brag. Kasi pag
Mm.
tinanong mo, I mean, other brands, I'm not really sure. I know the other one.
yeah.
Di ba?
Hindi, pero totoo po.
Totoo.
Totoo.
Very minimal.
Legit siya. Kaya,
Yan sabi si
yun,
Gamart.
Firebird. Yes, true. Ayun, kahit si Sir Mark Floro, sinabi rin, it's true.
Hindi,
It's true.
totoo
When it
naman.
comes to after
Totoo
sales
naman.
talaga, complete. Di ba nga, sa sobrang galing nyo nga sa after sales, akala talaga nila sa mga service center nyo, nandun na talaga yung mga equipment. Eh.
Oo.
Akala nila nandun na.
kami nyo sa board,
Ganun kagaling.
papakilala ko po kayo kay Sir Papi Park Cruz.
Di ba? Hindi, but Park was saying earlier kanina nga,
Yan.
during PIPO, so this
PIPO
is
days.
Pinoy Photography Days, Sir John Chua, si Park, and a group of photographers started the first photo marathon in Manila sponsored by Canon. And from that point forward, kinontinue ng Canon yun.
Yun nga.
And then Sir John Chua's goal was to make it fun and let all people get the chance to shoot Manila
Manila
freely. So yun yung naging
Yun.
basic concept of why the photo marathon was inceptualized during that time.
So, kaya talagang looking forward normally lahat ng klase ng photographers for that event to happen again. Kasi sobrang maganda. Baka that's the time na we nagre-relax, just have some fun. Tapos may
Kwentuhan.
Tapos
may mga
mamimit
ganun
nyo
pa-
si Sir Papi Romel.
Hindi, ito na nga, since may nagtatanong nga daw, so kasi bihira daw sa province yung photo walk, kaya hindi pa nila na-try. Don't worry, Jello, yun nga, sabi ni Sir Anvi
Sir
kanina.
Anvi,
Kaya, hindi
yes.
naman, he's not saying no, he's not saying yes yet. Pero nandun na yan, nasa
Abangan.
works yan. Na,
Tabayanan
malay
lang
mo,
natin po.
mag-open sila ng photo walk in Zambales in your area, tapos padala nila dyan si Romel. Pero hindi ka lang nakakabit yung Canon brand. So, Romel photo. hindi, antayin
sabi
nyo lang
naman-
yan. So,
Sabi naman ni
diba?
Sir Anvi kanina,
Si Sir Jeff
meron naman daw mga parang yung mga small gatherings with the
Ito na lang,
camera deal.
isipin nyo na lang, hindi pa namin nararanasan ni Anvi, so how hungry we are to have this kind of event.
course.
Yun na
Yun
lang.
na nga.
So that's one thing to look forward. So, Tonzi naman.
Siyempre,
is
yun ang gusto namin ma-experience. So, kung gusto nyo,
Master
siyempre,
Park
gusto rin
Cruise pala
namin.
si Tonzi last 2015. So workshop sa Iloilo with Marvin. Sir Marvin Aragon. Hi Sir Marvin Aragones if you're watching.
Sir Harvey Chu.
Yeah.
Nandyan.
Ay, ito, tama. Romel Marcelo photo walk in 2023. And syempre, the one and only,
Yan!
Tita Harvey Chua.
Harvey Chua.
The other half of Sir John Chua, the legendary John Chua, the greatest canon ambassador ever. Di ba? Hi, Tita Harvey. Good evening, good evening. We have here tonight
Good evening po.
the team from Canon Philippines sharing, yun nga, yung company profile, how it is to work with Canon. And then, later on, during the show, ipapalam nila sa amin yung ano nga ba, what's to look forward to with Canon this coming 2022 and 2023.
Yes, of course, yan.
Okay. So, yun nga,
Let's proceed
nabanggit
yan. Tuloy
nabanggit na
tayo.
ni Sir Jeff na ano nga 'di ba, na nandun na yung kanilang mantra. Tapos tinanong mo na nga na actually yung sa existence nila nabanggit na it was confirmed 25 years here in the Philippine market and then more than 100 years worldwide. Now, syempre, kanina, nagpahaging na how it feels to work with
Yes,
Canon.
so the
Can
environment.
you please elaborate yung the entirety of it na parang now that you are in a key position here in Canon, what was it like? So, let's start muna nung time na syempre hindi pa nagpa-pandemic. Tapos ipapasok nyo na ayun na, nag-pandemic na, and then immediately after the pandemic, ano yung mga naging changes with the structure naman or the way you work with guys? Sige. Unahin natin syempre si Sir JV.
Ako, parang wala pa kasi ako sa Canon.
Ako dapat.
Okay. Go ahead. Sige, Sir Jeff. Go.
So, pre-pandemic kasi, okay naman yung working environment namin. Kasi, ayun, kung ano yung naranasan ni Sir JV right now, ganun kami sa office eh. Pero, yun yung usual thing namin back then. Kasi right now, every now and then na lang kami nakakapagkita kasi nga minsan na lang kami pumupunta sa office. But dati, meron kami kasing 2 p.m. na song. So, every 2 p.m., tatayo kami, tapos kailangan naming sumayaw. Ganun.
Parang ano ba yan?
Or something
Hindi ko pala
lang.
pwedeng banggitin, baka ma-technical. Pero yung...
Wag
parang
ma-technical tayo dyan.
Parang Japanese
yung
company.
parang
Parang
pag
yung
nag-chime,
naiisip nyo. Parang
parang pag nag-chime sa lahat dapat mag-ano. Alright, sige.
Tapos
Hindi
every
naman yata pag
Monday
Japanese
morning,
company
meron kami noon Monday morning, though physically yon, talagang pumupunta kami from service center to 7th floor. Tapos meron pa kami dating 15th floor just to greet them good morning. Ganon. Ano yun? Every Monday.
Yeah.
Then, pagka uuwi na, alam mong uuwi na kasi may tutunog na kailangan nyo nang umuwi.
Oh.
Para ka nasa mall.
Oo,
May
mall.
Yun. Okay.
Uwi na kayo.
From the start of the day hanggang matapos yung day, talagang merong certain, what do you call it? Parang time, ano yun eh? Time.
Parang may time.
May routinary activities.
Oo.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Galing,
siguro mag-insert lang ako ng konting insight dun sa sinabi ni Jeff. It speaks a lot with the company, yung mga small things na ganun. Kasi this would you can consider it a small thing, pero ang underlying nun is number one, yung 2 p.m. na yun, it promotes well-being. Tatayo ka, sasayaw ka.
Yeah.
So may konting ganun na may background na ganun na. Kasi hindi lang siya basta fun na tawa-tawa kayo or whatever. It allows you to be Oo, may konting physical background yun, no, na parang ano. Kasi of course, the Japanese company very ano, 'di ba? Zen.
Actually, ang Japanese
Diba?
are the ones who pioneered. In fact, sila rin yung siesta. One of the siesta times na parang bibigyan ng enough time for the employees. Actually, the whole thing.
To
Those
sleep,
structure to
ganun.
sleep for like 10-15 minutes. Kasi talagang proven and tested na it helps with productivity with among all the employees
Correct.
kapag
Ano
meron
naman?
talaga.
Totoo yun.
It's a good thing that they practice it also here.
Yun.
And also,
So,
nung
yun.
pre-pandemic, mas, paano ba? Yung communication with other team, nandun talaga. Kasi open yung, open yung room. So, you can see each other. Walang blockage. So, anytime you can go to the director's office to just sign everything and or ask your supervisor what design. Ganun kami dati. So, pupunta lang yung supervisor sa design room. Ito, ganyan. Then, come by pandemic, yun, medyo nag-adjust kasi nga, especially sa design, kasi ang hirap I don't know if the Sir Anvi experienced that. Yung parang ang hirap mag-direct ng design kasi virtually So you will draw something. I mean on your phone you will, 'di ba may draw feature 'yun. So doon na lang i-draw. Unlike dati, 'di ba, parang
ibibigay mo yung actual
pupunta ka lang
board,
doon sa cubicle niya, then you just say na konting taas lang to, ganyan. So, yan, nung pandemic medyo sa part ko medyo adjusting talaga. It's really parang it took
Talaga
2
ba,
months,
Jeff? Parang hindi naman namin naramdaman na nag-adjust ka. Ganun kagaling si Jeff kasi. Hindi namin naramdaman na nagdaan siya sa adjustment period.
Hindi naman talaga palaging nasa virtual si Jeff kaya hindi rin naman niya talaga essentially kailangan yung physical
Pero
parang
yun,
hindi namin naramdaman yung pandemic fatigue ni Jeff sa design.
Actually,
It translates. Nakikita niyo naman.
Super creative ni Jeff. Wala akong masabi. Yung parang,
yun na.
ano ba to? Inagaw mo na lahat. Parang tirahan mo naman kami. Ganun. May ganun.
Actually,
wala na
naalala
kami
ko
ma-comment
yan kasi during the first round na we wanted to get Jeff dito sa show. Nahirapan din kami kasi busy siya. Busy siya noon. Busy talaga siya. Ang dami nga niyang inaasikaso eh. So, kudos Jeff, galing And we survived out of it.
Kasi yun, talagang yung pandemic. So, yun yung experience as parang employee during the pre-pandemic and the entrance of pandemic. So, I'll transition to Sir Andy now. Kasi, syempre, siya yung nakaranas naman from 15 days before.
From pandemic. Tapos ako, na-transition ako kay JV. Kasi nga, medyo pa-post-pandemic na siya eh. So, anyway, ako naman, I think, inaabot ko pa ng 1 month yung ganong type of culture in Canon that they're very open and they accommodate all questions as much as possible. Kasi ako coming from a non-camera brand, I need a lot of guidance. I have to the things that I learn in the years that I have in the industry, I have to relearn or unlearn. So in my habits, mga good and bad habits that I have to unlearn and relearn. So yun, when the first actually I would always remember that my first week in Canon was the launch of the 1DX Mark III. It was my baptism of fire. Because a lot of things happening, and then syempre of course may medyo may konting COVID scare. It's somehow alam mo medyo na gano'n, tapos nahihirapan na rin yung tapos nangyari pa doon Taal volcano erupted. So maraming yun yung times na nakasalamuha. But needless to say, I think inabot ko yung mga sinabi ni Jeff at 1 month. Ang pinaka gusto ko dun is that I was able to still attend what we call parang coffee with the president. So that's the time we're in. There is parang discussion that you can talk to the president of the company. It means a lot. It means a lot as an organization that you have direct access and you can tell certain challenges, grievances, or things that you were able. I mean, and you tell this on a personal level. Para walang silo of influence, so to speak. So you're in a safe place. And sabi ko nga, it speaks a lot of the company doing like that, because a lot of organizations right now are, alam mo yun, trying to grow, trying to achieve growth rather than, alam mo yun, parang harmony or what we call in Canon Kyosei. Kasi yun, I
Yun,
think
Jose.
yun yung
Jose.
isa sa mga things that I always, every time that I go to the boardroom or every time that I go to bigger conferences, they would instill, sa office namin, may nakaprint ng mga ganyan. So, Kyosei is actually all people, regardless of race, religion, culture, join together and live harmoniously. So parang ganyan.
Okay.
In working to a better future. So ganun yung pinaka mindset namin. And it's actually, if you look at it, we're very diverse in the company. So our heads are Japanese, we have different nationalities also, Filipinos, and we have different offices all over the country. So we have regional offices, meron kaming office when it comes
Nakita
to...
niyo po yung mukha niyan, Sir Andy. Yan yung alam mo yung pinipicture niya, yung kay sa office.
Ano ka ba, Maki? Wag mo naman ako i-zoom in.
Na-amaze lang siya. Na-happy
Pero
lang
yun,
siya.
kami, yun, very diverse talaga yung canon. So again, it regardless of race, religion, culture, we live harmoniously together. And talagang na-imbibe yung culture na yun, hindi lang siya saying. And you see it through the employees, through the people that we collaborate with, etc., etc. So fast forward, yun, one of the key projects that I've worked with in Canon, siguro year by year ko na lang gagawin, was the digital masterclass in 2020. So yun, milestone sa amin yun, because we were able to produce more than siguro mga 150 episodes. You just click it right now, Canon Digital Masterclass. You see all the genres, almost all the genres.
This one, yung pala yung sinasabi ni John Agner,
this one,
the
Masterclass
series.
Mga, even up to now, ginagawa pa rin namin siya, no? But the pandemic, every month, siguro 10 speakers kami.
Wow.
And 10, 15. And the beauty of this initiative was, it was made free to all people who wants to watch at their convenience. So hindi, of course, medyo minsan naabangan mo siya kasi minsan gusto mong makachat yung yung speaker kasi pre-recorded siya live pre-recorded. So kung gusto mong makachat yung speaker, mag-online siya pag nag-premiere yung masterclass. So 2021 yun, one of the key things that I'm very happy, and even up to now we're doing it. 2021 is when we launched, we started to recover.
R5.
Yan, R6, R5, M50 Mark II, which is one of the best products that we have right now, and a lot of things. So I think yung year of 2021 launching of a lot of products sa Canon. And we're not just launching cameras. Si JB can talk about it later. We also print a lot, we also launch a lot of printers. Yun ang strength ng Canon, in my opinion. From input to output, maganda yung quality ng namin, nung of course, nung images, and then you print it in a professional printer. Kanina may nagsabi may naka Pro 100. Meron na kami Pro 200 ngayon, meron na kami Pro 300, and other, even Image Prograph Pro 500. So, yun, medyo marami kaming nilaunch noong 2021, which made us, alam mo yun, a leader when it comes to launching products. Isa sa mga indicator ko, in regardless of whatever industry, if they launch series of products, it means that they are really growing as a company. Bakit? It's because they're investing with R&D, they're investing with the right product, and they are listening to the customer. Kasi yung mga launching of the new product, it came from the alteration of different people na nagbigay ng idea, di ba? Nagbigay ng feedback, etc. etc. So kunwari, yung R5, may weakness siya before na ganito. So nung nag-launch ng ibang product, definitely nag-iba na yun, nag-upgrade na yun. So I think that's what's good with Canon. So yun yung 2021 ko. And of course, half of 2022 is very exciting. We launched a lot of products, but more importantly, we wanted to make sure that we become more closer to our customers. So yun na nga yung sinabi kanina ni Romel, like for example, yung mga events. No, so again, I will not deny nor confirm. Just stay tuned to the Canon page kung ano yung mga activities that we have store for you guys. But yun, when we say closer to customer, this is the time we're gonna go out more. You're gonna see the Canon brand much visible. Few things that we were able to do as early as this year, we launched 2 products, R5C, and we're also launching one more very soon. We've collaborated with Yamaha Motors Philippines.
Wow!
Hindi ko alam kung nakita niyo yun when they launched what they call Mio Fiazzo. Fazio.
Fazio.
So it's
Fazio.
like
Yung
Okay.
bago.
Oo, yung bago nila. So when it was launched, it was two Japanese company, powerhouse companies, joined together, launched two products. Doon din namin pinasneak peek yung R7 and R10. So if you look at it, yun yung mga partnerships that we do. We do a lot of mga destination workshops now. Talagang we go out. Di ba meron kami last May? We
Yeah.
call it Beauty and the Beach. So it's a travel destination workshop. So nag-travel ka na, natuto ka pa ng photography, and then nakagamit ka pa ng Canon cameras. No? So mga ganun. So that's my experience. It's right now, half of 2022, we're closer to our customers. And
Okay.
I wish to believe that we'll be more closer in second half. So since I'm talking about second half, I'll transition to JB to talk about his experience with Canon naman.
Mhm. Go ahead, Sir JB.
Memorable.
Yeah, so mine kasi, kita ba sa atin? So mine, when I joined, it was just last year.
Mhm.
And then, I wasn't supposed to, to show myself pa.
Hmm.
So it was supposed to be this year when I will show myself to the public.
Okay.
But we had to launch R3, and since, di ba? I mean, ayoko naman na wala ako doon sa momentous event na yon. So, alam mo yun, so nagpakita na ako. And then right after that, I think parang lagi na lang kami nagbi-meeting nila Anvi on how to launch a new model. Parang ganun na lang. Every time we see each other, and ito yung launch date ng ganito, let's plan something.
R5C.
R5C. Tas now, we have R7, and then di natin alam kung kailan ulit kami mag-uusap about something. So,
Yeah.
but what I can say when I joined, I think there's a good camaraderie or good collaboration within each department. So even if I'm handling camera, we also get to work with with the printer team.
Printer.
Mhm.
Kasi from where I was before, walang output except for digital. So nung
Okay.
nabentahan ako ng printer, although I'm using like an entry one, grabe, parang everyday nagpiprint ako. Hindi ko siya ma-explain, but everyday I print something out. So I have collection of photos, ganyan, and then I print it out, and then like different kinds of, kasi I shoot toys, diba?
Yeah.
So, halos lahat ata ng toy photography shots ko na print ko na, mostly.
No.
Ganun siya ka-exciting. And then, siguro if I would relate then to, I mean, Jeff and Anvi right here. Ewan ko, medyo bata kasi ako, so alam ko yung Wonder Pets eh. So, you know Wonder Pets.
Yes, Wonder Pets.
What's gonna work? Teamwork. So, yun talaga yung namin. Parang
Tagalog yung alam ko, Sir JB.
unwritten rule. Yeah. Unwritten rule namin yan yung what's gonna work teamwork. Parang unspoken rule din siya na somehow yun din yung na-enjoy ko when I came in. Everyone was very supportive. And then although it was hard kasi gusto ko sana mas face-to-face, especially when you're learning new things.
Yeah.
But they made it, somehow relaxed for me, or sabi ko, nakakatulog na ako, di ba?
Yeah.
So, yung parang yung it's very easy. Although it's also hard at times, pero when you look at the people around you, they're very helpful. That's what I can say. And then, like what Anvi mentioned, we'll be launching new cameras soon, so stay tuned. These two new cameras would be really a game changer when it comes to what do you call this? When it comes to fast
Photo and video.
camera. Siguro yung perception mo of what a fast camera is. When it comes to hybrid camera, what a perfect hybrid camera could be, I think this would be your answer when you're looking for that. So, we're excited to launch this new model. And then, sabi ko nga, like, the team is very cohesive when it comes to collaboration. The products as well are very cohesive because this is also the first time that we'll be introducing parang a mount that would fit the current, a new mount that would fit the current mount, if I'm making sense. Ayoko kasing sabihin kasi I don't want to preempt the launch. But basically, if you already have the RF lenses,
Ayan. Nagka-focus kita, Jeff, ha?
So this is the RF mount, what Jeff is showing.
Yeah.
So with this RF mount, meron din ako, Jeff, palakasan din. May parang siyempre may
Yeah.
Payabangan.
Meron din, no? Meron din, no?
Wait, pero no joke ha. When I
Ah.
started using the 2470, hindi ko alam ba't ang dali nitong gamitin. The RF 2470 2.8 compared to what I used to shoot before. Kasi I'm not really good in parang yung mga yung variable na focal length. Mas gusto ko yung fixed 50, 85, 90.
95.
Yun yung mga gusto ko. Pero when I try this, parang, okay I didn't know na madali pala. I mean, baka ako lang to. Not speaking for everyone. Madaling gamitin ng 2470 na RF.
Ayan.
Versatile.
And there you have it, guys. So, teka, i-recap lang natin. So, guys,
Yes.
exclusive here on the Boring Mondays, may sinabi na sila na they are launching 2 new products within what? Actually, parang in the next few days, lalabas na talaga yung product
Pwede
na
mong
yan.
sabihin,
So,
2 new game changers.
yeah, so 2 new game changers is gonna be launched by Canon Philippines in the next few days. So abangan nyo yan. And you heard it here first on Boring Mondays. So again, we have to say thank you to Canon Philippines for bringing in their team para naman nga malaman natin what's their plans for the rest of 2022. And again, this session of Boring Mondays is brought to you by Canon, delighting you always. So pagpahingan ko muna saglit yung mga natin, yung mga guests natin at yung guest ko.
Okay, paano na? Started with
Oo nga, sila
Canon.
Romel, hindi
Uwe.
nagsasalita sa gamot.
I-ano natin yan,
Siga,
screenshot nyo yan, screenshot nyo yan. Kasi,
I-screenshot natin to, tapos papadala natin sa kabila.
Okay, go ahead. Romel Marcelo.
Ito
shout
no
out
joke.
muna.
Kanina
Yeah.
nung nawala ako, this is my 500D.
Yun.
Focus kita, Sir Randy.
Focus ba? Ayan. Sorry.
Yun.
Punta ko, kasi
Yun.
naka-eye-focus.
Oo nga, no?
This is my 500. It's still working, So, tignan mo pati yung strap talagang sobrang okay pa. Ito yung times, naalala ko kasi may times sa mall. Lagi kong ginagamit yun as parang inside joke sa amin. Na, dati may either red or yellow na mga suot sa mall. Di ba yung mga nakakorbata, nakasuot sa'yo sa camera mo. And then, may time na ganun, sobrang dami
Nauso
talaga.
yan. Oo, yung nakasabit dapat.
Nakasabit dapat, nakasabit. I mean, again, we all started with different forms. It could be, that's what you start. Pero ako nga sabi ko, naging inside joke ko yan kasi I was one of those people. Nakasabit to. Like,
Pero kasi parang
12 years ago.
It became like parang a badge of honor
Yeah,
na
yeah.
pag nakikita na yung strap. Pero yeah,
May,
sige,
naging
babalik
siya naging medyo naging dalawa yung meaning niya, to be fair. It was a badge of honor, and there was a instance that they were saying that hindi porket meron ka niyan, you're a
may
photographer. Diba? May ganun na rin, may ganun ding may ganun ding argument, no? May ganun ding argument, no? But
Tapos yung iba naka-auto ka naman, gano'n.
may flash
Yun na
ka
yun,
naman, biglang gano'n.
Lumabas yung
Hindi mo
mga
ginagamit
ganung
yung
meme.
exposure triangle. So, may mga ganun. So,
babalikan natin yan, yung mga stories niya.
Pero-
Robert
pero
Marcelo,
Maki.
shout out mo muna yung mga
Hindi,
natin,
kasi,
yung mga
actually,
dumalaw. Go.
Tinitingnan ko yung mga question. Maraming may mga magagandang questions dito. Pero sige, balik tayo dun sa ating mga bagong viewers for today. So, syempre, unang-una, maraming salamat kay ito, magandang gabi kay Cardong Kodakero. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Kay Sir Don Davis, magandang gabi po. Sino to? Hindi, wag yan si Naked HD. Ganyan, di ba yan?
Di ba yan yung yung avid follower mo yan eh.
Avid followers mo.
Ayan, si Sir Pulpedo, magandang gabi po. Yan, siyempre, nandyan si Sir Mark Floro, magandang gabi. Kay Seth Briggs, magandang gabi. Sir Borge Mines, magandang gabi. Nino Sakules, magandang gabi. Ma'am Jo Castro, magandang gabi. Siyempre, nandyan din si Ma'am Harvey Chua, magandang gabi po. Tonzi Gay, magandang gabi. Kay Jello De Los Santos, magandang gabi po.
Uy, Team Sambales yan.
Oo, tiga Sambas. Yan yung mga naghakot ng prizes last time eh. Yan. Sino pa ba ang ating mga viewers? Kay Sir Ryan Garcia, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Kay Sir Humphrey, ikaw kaya. Magandang gabi. Kay Eladio
Sir
Pinedes.
Abe, Robin Ramos.
Yan. Kay Sir Abe, Eladio Pinedes, magandang gabi. Ayun. And sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, magandang gabi
Pwede
po.
mag-shoutout din.
Siyempre naman. Kayo pa ba?
Pwede.
Go!
So may shoutout lang ako, nag-chat sa akin, hindi ata nagko-comment. Shoutout to the one and only Wendy man. Wendy Garrido. Hi, Sir
Uy,
Wendy.
Oh,
Sir
hi,
Wendy.
Wendy.
Love
Wendy.
all.
Kilala yan.
Ako sa inyo,
Labot yan.
If you need a camera, just call his name.
Yeah.
Nako, yan ang susi sa tagumpay. Entering the Canon system.
What is
Wendy
love?
Garrido.
There.
Oh, narinig ko
Wendy
yun,
Garrido.
ah.
Para sa
Wendy daw.
sa lahat ng nanunood at mga manunood, search nyo po sa Facebook, Wendy Garrido.
Wendy Garrido. I-flat nyo na
Your
lang.
gateway to the Canon system.
Oh.
Hi po, Wendy Garrido. Hi po.
Wag po kayo magchat-chat kasi sigurado uuwi kang
Dumaan.
Hindi. But speaking of, isingit ko lang guys speaking of, yun nga yun, di ba binanggit ni Romel na merong mga nanalo ng prize. So, meron kasing nag-send ng photo na nakuha na niya yung kanyang prize from the anniversary episode. And this was care of Tita Harvey Chua of Ad Photo in partnership with Colombia. So, papakita lang namin saglit ha.
Oy, cool.
Ito yung nanalo.
Nice.
So, nakuha na niya yung kanyang
Oy, Colombia.
Colombia shirt. Grabe yan. Ano
Wow,
yan?
congrats.
Limited edition yun na
Sana all.
Colombia shirt. So this was sponsored by Tita Harvey Chua of Ad Photo and Colombia. So guys, thank you again, Tita Harvey and Colombia. Thank you. Na-claim na daw ng ating winner yung kanyang prize. And
Sana
Mark
all.
Torres is also saying hi to Wendy. Oh, so, Sir Mark, alam nyo na. Kilala nyo naman yan. Alam nyo na daw.
Yes.
Okay. So ayun na nga kanina nga 'di ba sinabi na nila Sir JV, Jeff ni Sir Jeff tsaka ni Sir Andy what was their experience like. So through the years na yun, kumbaga inano na yun binuo na yung story from
Pati yung sa
pre-pandemic, pandemic and
pandemic
up
natin.
until the current year. Now, syempre, one of the other questions, kay Ga ko na ibibigay. Sige, go ahead, ikaw na magtanong nito, Ga.
Yun, so mga sirs, Canon for the past years had been one of the active or let's say consistent company that keeps developing new products. Aside from that, you guys also try to share knowledge by giving out events and workshops. So what are we expecting in the future?
Yan.
Grabe.
Multiverse.
Medyo
Multiverse na.
Product ba to or activities? Gusto mo product muna, James? Or activity muna?
Yung mga new concept cameras, Sir Jay.
Ayan na.
Activity ba muna o product? What the...
Pwede ko
Guys,
bang
fasten your seatbelts na. Let's go.
Fasten your seatbelt, guys. Ito na, magre-reveal na sila. Go!
Sabihin ko na lang thank you for that wonderful question. Pero no joke. Actually, if you already visited some of our stores, siguro let's start basic muna when it comes to
Yeah.
basic. So we have the PowerShot Zoom, something that this small can zoom in 800 millimeters length.
Ooh.
Ganun din yung reaction ko. Oh, ganun din. So we have that, and then we have the
Pwede yun sa
artificial
birding natin.
intelligence. Yes, actually, pwede mo siyang ang pwede mong gamitin yon with is parang surveillance mo. Kasi syempre, alam ka namang gaganong-ganong.
JV,
Kaya-
huwag mong
kaya-
sasabihin yung word na surveillance kay Romel. Iba ang dating ng surveillance kay Romel
I
Marcelo.
mean, surveillance in a good way. Kasi di ba,
Ayan.
is kayag-kayag mo na yung
Alam
malaking
mo,
lens.
Mati, gamit na gamit siya sa mga candid shots. Siyempre,
Wow.
malayo kung mga candid ka lang ng mga bisita. Yung mga ganun ba?
Iba na naman yung ngiti ni Girom.
Okay.
So yan, so
Well,
we have the
you
PowerShot
have it.
Zoom.
Yeah.
And then we also have the artificial intelligence camera, which is the PowerShot Pick. So the PowerShot Pick actually, siguro taas na lang natin yung kamay dito ng mga lagi na uutusan maging photographer pag may event. So I feel tayong anim yun. So
Hindi,
lagi na lang
i-invite
tayo.
ka, sir. Invite. Tapos,
Diba?
photographer ka
Or
pala.
diba? Sino ba sa comment in the chat kung sino yung lagi na
Ikaw pala yung taga-picture.
Oo nga,
Tapos,
lagi-
lumpiang
lagi
Shanghai na lang sa'yo.
pero taga-picture ka. So what's good about the PowerShot Pick is it's an AI camera. So pwede mo lang siyang iwan sa table where many people are at. And then it will take photos for you. Susundan na niya, so it would recognize your face.
Wow.
Ako, the good thing I like about it is that para siya nakikipag-usap sa'yo kasi you can actually talk to the camera. And then if you're, familiar with Star Wars, para kausap mo lang si R2-D2 kasi magre-reply siya in a robotic voice . So, ganun siya ka-cool. So,
Patay
you can also
tayo
use it
dyan.
Ano
as
yung
Ganda.
a
word doon?
webcam.
Take
Hello
take
pic.
a photo of me. Ayun,
Yeah,
hello
hello
pic.
pic. Hello pic,
Hello
and then
pic.
from there, you can customize everything
Ang
already.
lupit. Maganda yan. Oh,
Ah.
Iba
meron
naman.
po bang,
Iba
meron
plano
po
mo.
bang video niyan? Meron po bang video? Parang,
Ayun.
Pwede ko
video
i-send yung video, but yeah, it's really a cool camera. And then siguro after that, we have the, like I mentioned, the R7, R10 that will be
Mhm.
launching soon.
Mhm.
And then of course we have the R5C. R5C
Mhm.
we just launched, I think,
First
3 months
quarter.
ago. First quarter. Aside from that, what else? The printers, the compact printers that we have, the CP1300 and then the QX10. So ito, promote ko lang
Sure.
This is one of my
Siyempre.
favorite printer,
No.
the QX10. Ito lang siya kaliit. Ito. And
Wow.
like I mentioned, kasi medyo nahilig
Lupit
ako
ng
sa pag-print.
autofocus ng camera ni Sir JV, no? Ang bilis.
Ganon
R6
kasi.
lang naman.
R6, R6,
Ayun.
R6.
Sorry, habang nagsiset up si JB, papakita ko lang kahit M50
Sure.
mabilis din mag-focus.
Hindi pa patalo. Hindi pa patalo.
M50 lang yan, guys.
Oh.
M50 ko lang.
Di ba?
Ayusin ko.
Pa ako nag-observe dun sa camera ni Sir JV eh.
Wala.
So, ito.
Panis yung mga ikinukuha ninyo, di ba?
So
Yan.
yan.
Muna natin
You can
papirma.
actually print square photos from this camera. So it uses a
Wow.
dye sublimation printing. So
Mhm.
as in aliw na aliw ako when I tested this printer. Ayan na. So some of
Kuha
my
niya yan, guys. Yan yung mga
Mukhang
kuha
ano,
niya.
Ayan yung mga
mukhang
type
alam
of
na natin
photography
kung
ni
anong kukunin
JV.
natin sa bahay ni JV pag napadalaw tayo dyan. Alam na natin kung anong collection eh.
Saka sa R6 hindi na uso yung ganon.
Ay! May kilala kami
Diretso na.
nagaganon. May kilala kami
Diretso
nagaganon
na,
pag
eh.
nag-ano siya.
Ay, ganon.
Ah,
Wala na yan.
Maki,
Okay.
ito yata yung yung artificial intelligence camera. Yan. Yan, Canon.
Diba?
Ngayon,
Hindi na kailangan.
I really, I think siguro hindi kasi alam ng tao na you can print this kind of photos na square photos, and then you can
First time
write
ko rin
something
makita,
here.
Oo.
Ako, personal favorite this one. Kasi gusto ko siyang i-print and then I'll make a big wall of my toy photos in square format. Tapos ayun.
Yes.
Romel, ano to pinapakita mo?
Yan
Yung
yata,
AI?
yata yung
This is the AI camera. Diba? Para lang siyang
Yan.
Yan. Iwan mo lang dyan, mukha lang siyang part of your ornament, pero pinipicturean ka na pala.
malupit.
Talagang tuwan-tuwa si Romel dyan.
Iba na naisip
Iwanan
na
lang
ni
pala.
Romel. oh.
Iwanan mo lang dyan,
Actually, what's good about that camera, you can actually register your face. Kasi kunwari, tayong anim in a party, di ba?
Yes.
And then, sabihin natin favorite ni Romel ng camera. So, si camera, magtatanong na siya, do you know this person? So, pwede mo nang
Yes, of
i-assign
course.
ni Romel.
Dapat pala.
Kunwari siya yung lagi nahahagip.
Pwede po bang pwede na bang iset na default ibig sabihin from factory, pag tinanong na do you know this person, saan nakita yung mukha ni Romel, ang automatic setting is i-block agad doon sa hindi na siya patuloy. Yung mga gano'n.
Pwede mo na lang i-delete, gano'n.
Delete na lang.
delete na lang.
Ang kulit na, no? Diba? Pero galing nga, grabe kayo mag-push ng technology. Ang
And
bilis,
then,
ang bilis.
before one cool lens we just recently launched together with the R5C was the 5.2 dual lens fisheye.
Dual lens
So,
fisheye. Wow.
VR.
Those of you who has yung Oculus,
Mhm.
you just go to Canon Asia's page and then there's a VR video.
A VR
So yung
video,
VR
okay.
video, when you wear your Oculus, medyo magugulat ka kasi akala mo nandun ka lang sa harap ng dancers.
Yeah.
So it was shot
Wow.
entirely with the R5. So may mga dancers sumasayaw. So yung mga hagip sila ng ganyan, na parang, mapapaganong ka eh. So wag mo siyang suotin na madaming tao na nakapaligid sa'yo kasi matatawa sila sa'yo.
I think this
Pero,
one. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Lupit, no?
So imagine when you're shooting VR, you need multiple cam setup, right? Para magawa mo yung the layers that you need to do. But with the RF 5.2 f2.8 dual fisheye, it's a mouthful, but it actually delivers good quality video, especially when shot using the R5 and the R5C. So sa YouTube, you can check the VR videos that were produced using this camera. Madami yan. There's dancing, There's even, I think there's a skateboard one. So yung parang you're really there in the moment when they're shooting the film. That's,
Mm.
ayan, ito. This
Patok na
video.
patok kay Sir Danny to, no? Yung isa sa
Kasi
mga
to
Yung
us
sa
that
skateboard,
video
no?
looks weird eh. Oo. Kasi ano siya, 'di ba? Parang fish-eyed, looks weird. But if you wear it with the goggles that could render yung ganong klaseng video, it would really be very immersive. Like what I mentioned
Wow.
kami ni Jeff, when we tried it out, para kaming ewan sa office kasi si Jeff, wow, wow, ganun lang siya ng ganun.
Parang ayaw mo
Grabe.
na umalis dun sa
Oo, tapos yung akala niya
virtual
lagi
reality world.
mahuhulog.
Mm-mm.
Ganun.
So there you have it, guys. Guys, ano pa lang yan, sneak peek lang. So again, the official launch of all these new products, all these new innovations coming from your trusted brand, Canon PH, is gonna be up. Actually, some of it are already up. The videos you can visit those websites that they have mentioned. But again, you've heard it here. First on Boring Mondays, when we have to thank Canon for giving us the opportunity to share it with all of you.
And
Grabe,
Maki,
ang
to add lang,
Yeah.
Maki, product pa lang to. Wala pa tayo kay
Product
Anvi.
pa lang.
Let's go
Okay.
with to Anvi right now. So,
Alright,
Thank
sige.
you, thank
Anvi.
Maybe a little segue to what JV mentioned. I mean, I would love to believe that we're one of the brands that have a good heritage of product lines. So if you guys would notice from the EF lenses, which is again, you can still use the EF lenses to your RF system. I mean, you just need an adapter. And then even the camera lineup that we have right now in the market, it's filling each other's gap. So ibig sabihin, meron kaming kung if you're an entry point, meron kaming 3000D, which is a beginner friendly camera. And then pero we can go as high to like 500,000 or 300,000 or whatever,
Yeah.
which is extreme professional. So all of those segments, we have different product offerings. I won't enumerate a lot, no, but I think what is key there is that we want to make sure that each product segment appeals to a certain market. That's why I come
Okay.
in. So ngayon, ako as marketing, my role is to make sure that whatever JB brings into the Philippine market, or at least whatever products we have in the Philippine market, it will be the best experience that we can offer to our clients, no.
Yes.
And we're talking to two different clients. We have the Canon loyalists or the Canon users, which are a lot, no, and we support a lot of those people. And we also have those people that are just starting, no, or starting
Yeah.
or alam mo yun, using a different system altogether. And iba ang approach dyan. Iba ang approach dyan. When you talk to the Canon peeps or the Canon guys, easy for them to understand the system because the familiarity is there. So,
Yes.
alam mo yun, the marketing efforts are more of how will it add value to their current system or workflow. How will this improve your workflow? So, the marketing efforts that we do are more tailor fit to different market audience, and I think that's always how we do things. We try as much as possible not to do a shotgun approach na, o sige, lahat na yan. Lahat
Palitan,
ng market,
parang ganun,
okay na
yeah.
yan. Oo, pare-parehas na yan. Lahat may hit na yan. Like for example, if we promote a full frame, o pwede ng APS-C, tatamaan niya na rin. No, no.
Yeah.
We have two campaigns that are ongoing. So what we call it Shoot Full Frame with Canon. So Shoot Full Frame with Canon aims to, alam mo yun, elevate your understanding and elevate your experience shooting full frame. Because let's face it, not everyone knows the benefits of full frame. And there are people who knows the benefits of full frame and want to upgrade to a better full frame. So the Shoot Full Frame campaign is it aims to make sure that the entire full frame lineup of Canon will be communicated. Ano ba yung mga, of course, we have our DSLR full frames, we have our
Yes.
mirrorless full frames. So, ano yung catch? Bakit 'yun? Because we want to invite people to shoot full frame and use Canon because
That's why.
yun yung pinaka main idea, no. So we invite you guys shoot full frame with Canon and see the difference because it's either lighter, it's lighter, it's sharper, and it's of course more it's future proofing your work. So
Okay.
I mean those are key concepts. And then the other thing on the spectrum, I think we understand the full frame market in principle, but we cannot exclude the fact that there is another segment that is rapidly growing right now, which is the content creator segment. And a lot of us here, I mean, our very own Jeff Feronimo, is a content creator by himself. And we
Yes.
cannot exclude the fact that a lot of these people needed a camera, diba? So there are different communication ways for you to appeal to them. So the other campaign that we do for them is what we call Create with Canon. So yung
Okay.
Create with Canon naman is that we want you to create meaningful content and we want you to create meaningful materials, no? To elevate your craft as an enthusiast or as a
Yeah.
beginner, di ba? Hindi ka pa professional level eh.
Without
Pero
being
you get there.
overwhelmed.
Oo, without being overwhelmed. Kasi even in the product segmentation, makikita mo yan eh. Di ba? Pagka APS-C camera, then syempre there are benefits of that and there are also pros and cons, di ba? So, there are two segments that we try as much as possible to promote in the camera brand. So, but needless to say, what all JB mentioned, it ties into that. No? So, syempre hindi na ako mag-explain ng mga tactics ng mga very small items, but campaign yung ibibigay ko. But that's how we look at things. We look at it in a very individual manner, but at the same time, I think what is always guiding the team is data. So, kami in Canon, we don't just execute campaigns for the sake of executing kasi uso yan eh. O, gawin natin yan, no? We try as much as possible to understand the data behind it. So we look at analytics, we review certain behavior, we listen to the community members, we listen to non-Canon users, we listen to Canon users, and then come up with a more holistic approach towards it. I think that was our winning formula.
And that
So
will
that's-
definitely
diba?
explain why for 25 years you guys are still the pioneer in the camera industry, and for more than 100 years worldwide, because you gave that solid example na from the content creator Jefferson Geronimo to the product manager up until to the marketing manager. Seamless eh. Hindi siya yung dahil sinabi ng content, yan na.
O, yan na yun.
Mo yan.
O, yan na yun.
Walang
Or
ganun
sinabi
eh.
ng product manager, yan na. Or sinabi ng marketing, o, yan na yung gagawin namin. We're not gonna
That's-
consult anyone.
That's how you do it,
Question.
folks.
Ano ang question dun sa statement ni Sir Anvi?
Yes, ka.
So, meaning sir, yung for example, dito sa Taiwan may release sila, si Sir JB pa yung magde-decide kung ano yung i-release dyan sa Canon Philippines? I mean, hindi siya, merong global release and meron ding local release.
I think it
Ayan,
depends
si
on
JB
the
would better
market.
answer that one,
Depends on
JB.
the market need. The market's need. So there are some units kasi that might be not, might not be that appealing for the Philippine market.
Yeah.
So that we also screen, we evaluate those units that we think won't appeal in the market, although it may be available in other regions. Sometimes the R&D team kasi looks at the total picture.
Yeah.
Kasi rather than, baka kasi, alam mo yun, since we want to make sure that what we present to the market is really something that the market would consume.
It's also looking for. Parang you're also taking into consideration na on this particular market, hindi naman ito yung mag-a-apply sa kasi hindi ito yung system na currently talagang inside na. So you
parang
customize
yan?
it.
Parang say for example, it has the same feature. Sabihin, it's not the brand I'm talking about. Parang nagpasok ka ng sabihin mo ng crayons, tapos yung crayons mo tatlo yung red pero of the same hue. Di ba? Parang hindi mo naman kailangan ng sabihin lang natin ay mas matangkad ng 2 inches somehow yung isang crayon. Di ba? Parang
it destroys the purpose of inviting or parang showing new products kung yun nga, paano nga naman malalaman yung differentiation between those three use unless talagang very the eye is very specific.
That's the gist of what I want to say when it comes
Alright.
to
Sir JB,
And then,
I have a follow-up question pala regarding with that.
Teka, Romel, bago ka mag-follow up, muna natin. So guys, na-notice nyo, meron tayong bago pumasok. So humabol po si
yes.
Franco
Sige.
from Indang, Cavite. So medyo busy kasi yan But yeah, he's part of the team. That's yung Franco from Cavite.
Na-appreciate
Sige,
ko yung
Hello.
red
Yes.
jumpsuit.
Color coordinated.
Jumpsuit yan.
Ayun,
Pero nainitan na yan.
Ang init niya. Sige, Romel, ano yung question mo?
Ang question ko na, what if, kunyari po si Gamma, meron certain camera brand na-release sa Taiwan, pero hindi ni-release sa Philippines.
Model. Camera
Model po. Kunyari, pagpalagay natin, what if, kunyari, R8, nilabas sa Taiwan, pero wala sa Philippines, for example. Then, umuwi po si Ga. Then it just so happened na nasira yung camera. Would the service center of Canon Philippines
Be
accept
able to
yung
accommodate. Okay.
yung concerns ni Ga when it comes to that po?
Nako, I'll play it safe, no? I think the
Mm.
person that can answer this would be our service team.
Mm-mm.
Kasi, one, well, we promote buying the
Wireless.
genuine, the
Local
genuine
units.
products that Canon Marketing Philippines is selling. So we
Yes.
have this campaign that is called Buy Red Not Gray. So,
Okay.
syempre, if I say na it's okay, then it defeats the
Baka nga
purpose of
naman.
the campaign.
Mm.
I
So,
see. Okay.
galing ko
Alright.
doon sumagot.
Galing ni JB. Talagang napatungo ako eh. I was off the cliff eh.
Para yung hininga or
Hindi kasi I think just to add quickly to what JB mentioned, kami guys no as local brand, yung talagang authorized na talagang company, we wanted to really fight that market. I know it's beneficial to some, but it's a double-edged sword, guys. You're investing, say for example, 300,000 of your hard-earned money, and then if biglang masira or whatever, then the after-sale support will really be, alam mo yun, a toll to your back. So I think yun yung isa sa mga key things that JB wanted to emphasize very strongly. Buy to the authorized resellers or buy to the authorized distributor of Canon. Sorry, James.
Right.
Support our local dealers kasi they're the one really parang introducing the camera or investing the system to the market. Kasi for example, say Camera House Henry's, they're really fighting for their position in the market when it comes to promoting the
Leadership,
genuine
yep.
products.
Mm-mm.
Kasi 'di ba,
True.
you compare it with someone that sells very cheap. But sabihin natin na they're not paying their dues properly. Diba, it's quite
True.
unfair for someone that really invested on a lot of money.
Mhm.
Tapos bigla lang na just because may mura, I'm telling this to everyone it's not because it's cheap. It guarantees yung sabihin natin safety or
Yes, and the warranties that comes with it, no?
oh,
Alright.
Tsaka yung peace of mind at least, 'di ba, na binili ko to dito kay ganito. So whatever happens, alam ko na babackupan niya ako. So those kind of peace of mind, something that you cannot buy. Yes,
True.
it's cheaper, but
Yeah,
it's not
opo.
the legit one that we have here. Parang
Hindi worth it yung stress. Isipin mo si Romel mag-shoot gamit niya R5 tapos Trinity biglang bumagsak, for example. If you buy it in a certain country, you have to go to that country to have it replaced or to have it whatever. I mean, of course, the local market will cater you into some extent. Of course, that's somehow assistance, di ba? Kasi
Yes.
Canon brand kami.
Yes.
Yeah.
After
But
service. Ganun.
the local market, no, I think one key thing that I want to mention is what we call CPS, no. So yung Canon Professional Service. So like
Yes.
yun for if you are a professional, you sign up for that. Pagka nagkaroon ng problema yung unit mo, automatically may kapalit siya. Ibig sabihin like on the day, kunwari nasiraan ka nag-shoot ka sa BGC ng wedding.
After sales, grabe.
Biglang may nangyari, biglang nasira or nabagsak or whatever. Biglang nag-crack yung camera mo, go to the service center and then pakita mo lang yung CPS membership mo and right then and then, while it may not be an R5, definitely meron kang kapalit na camera
Unit.
to sustain
Workable
your
unit. Yeah.
workable
And
unit. So, yun yung mga
this-
things that sinasabi ni JB.
And
Yun
this
po,
would
sige.
always point out to the simple fact that Canon is delighting you.
You
Always.
always.
So again, guys, this
So
session
it's
of Boring
revolving
Monday is
around that.
brought to you by our major sponsor, Canon. And
Canon,
speaking of, sige, bago natin tuloy discussion naman para at least
Sige, sige. Kasi
maiparan na natin.
may
So,
question pa ako dun eh.
Canon
Ako
Philippines.
parang ang daming bibili ni
Risky.
Romel sa ibang bansa.
Oo nga, parang doon ka bumibili, Romel.
Ay,
Oo.
hindi, JB,
Hindi
Sir
po,
Andy.
hindi po.
I-explain ko
Natataan
lang
lang.
yung kay Papi Romel. Kasi, for
Okay.
example, dito sa Taiwan, hindi naman kami forever dito. Tapos, nag-invest na kami, for example, nag-invest kami ng mga Canon cameras.
Okay.
Then, pag-uwi namin sa Pinas, for good, ganon, mostly 12 years lang yung contract namin dito. Pag-uwi namin sa Pinas, meron pa bang service or something, ganon. Yun yung,
The easy answer is yes. The easy
Okay.
answer is yes. I think yun
But
yung
again nga,
the
nireiterate naman na
complexity
may
is
ano lang.
different. Oo.
Mga
basta buy red,
limitations din eh.
not gray, right?
Hindi kasi actually,
Tapos,
if I'm not mistaken, malalaman din namin kasi if you bought it to authorized distributor
Where,
and elsewhere.
Hmm.
Parang mayroon kaming
Control
we
numbers
have our
yan.
database to
Yes.
know
Serial
yung
number.
ganyan. So, the easy answer is yes. Definitely,
Yeah.
it's a global company. The warranty extends to any other region. When I say warranty, it varies local, but definitely the support pala, not warranty. The support extends per
Guys,
region.
OFWs,
So may
alam nyo na.
may ganon
so
part.
ayun
But of
nga,
course,
so guys, part of the discussion tonight nga kasi because Canon Philippines has been generous enough to offer a raffle for tonight. And this is a limited edition. Wala sa market actually. Dito lang nila i-offer yan. At Sir Jeff, do we have a photo of this watch? Meron?
Wala
Wala pa.
tayong photo. Kasi
Okay, okay lang.
exclusive lang yan.
Exclusive. So, they are gonna be giving away how many of this exclusive? Five
Wow.
of it. And all you have to do to join this raffle is just type in
Happy
the
Mel,
correct
lagi na tayo sa mga dummy account natin.
hashtag Team Canon PHXBM. Alright? So, malinaw na malinaw. Ang bilis lang yan. So, i-type in nyo lang si Alex Riley. Ang bilis.
actually, anong tawag
Yeah.
dyan? Guys, we're trying to be extra generous. Siguro pwede namin gawin. We're not gonna give a raff of whatever item, but rather para makita niyo yung full capabilities of our printer. Jeff, maybe we can throw in like a printed photo of 5 pieces na A3 or something like that. Or maybe
We'll
printed
figure
photos.
out.
We'll figure out na naka no. So we'll give, pero still ganun din.
Parang ganito.
Ayan, parang ganyan yung kay JB.
Pero A4 lang.
A4.
Yeah, A4 or something. We'll figure it out, but definitely a printed photo using our professional printers.
Grabe. Guys dito
So,
lang yan ginawa ng Canon Philippines yan.
Bakit
So,
sigurado kang bawal kami
I think,
bawal. So again, guys,
Alvin,
tag nyo lang yung mga friends nyo para
Si JB
makasali
would
din
like
sila.
to say something also. Sorry.
Go ahead.
James.
Bawal.
I'll take this opportunity to promote our upcoming kasi I'm a toy enthusiast. So we'll have our first toy photography workshop this April 13.
August
So,
13. August
yes,
13.
August 13.
August 13.
So the perks of you joining is one, you'll get parang free prints like what I'm showing like this.
Yan.
So depending on what you wanted to print, you can have it printed. And also we've partnered with Philbars. If you know Philbars, the number one
Ay,
comic
syempre.
book store.
Yeah.
And then if you're collecting yung the bigger figures, you'll get certain amount of discount when you purchase from them.
Grabe talaga ang Canon.
Sorry?
Saan po
Grabe.
Gaganapin siya sa Action Cafe in Parañaque.
BF.
Action Cafe in Parañaque.
So August 13, siguro we can share the link somewhere so you can
Sige, please.
Live,
Romel,
you can
get
share the
the link tapos i-post natin sa comment section para makita ng
Romel, ilabas mo na yung laruan mong GoBots.
So again, guys, so Canon PH is gonna be raffling off 5 of a limited edition. Mamaya i-PM sa inyo pag nabunot kayo kung anong itsura niya. But to join that, all you have to do is this one. Type the hashtag Team CANON PHXBM to get a chance to win 5. So 5 yun 5. Then that's dami nun. Tapos meron pa sila actually mga add-ons later pag nakuha nyo na yung price. So magugulat na lang kayo. Ang dami nilang
Meron na doon.
ibibigay.
So,
Ang dami.
Sir Mac, explain
Yeah.
ko ba? So, yan.
Go.
You'll get one of the 5 Canon exclusive Canon miniature camera. So, you'll just have to claim it in our service center in Taguig. In McKinley. So, nandun yung
Yes.
doon yung
Pero
makukuha
siguro,
siya.
Jeff, pagka regional siya like elsewhere, papadala na lang namin.
we can.
Yung Taiwan, nice.
Hoy, hindi kasama
Hindi lang
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Loko kayo.
Hindi ka, local lang. Local.
Asa ka pa, local. So again, guys,
Local.
if you get the chance to win, again, you go to the head office here on the address that you
O,
see
yung
on your
Hong
screen.
Kong,
But if
wala.
you're regional, kung nasa
Bawal
ibang region
ang
outside
Hong
of
Kong.
Metro Manila, they will ship it to you. So limited edition yan na miniature camera offered by Canon Philippines.
Hey,
And
huwag ka na
also,
umasa. Huwag ka
yung
na
makakapunta
umasa.
sa office, syempre, merong something doon na surprise
Meron
na
pang
lang.
surprise. So, bukod
If
dun sa
ever.
makaklaim nyo na yung
Grabe
price,
talaga.
meron pa kayo makukuhang another
Pero dapat
addition.
Canon user, Jeff.
Oo.
Yun yung note.
Bukas.
Oo. Note yun na, guys.
Baka pumunta kayo doon, iba yung dala nyo.
Oh, ano naman?
Baka
Bigyan nyo naman ng
magkagulatan.
respeto yung office, no? Huwag nyo naman dalhin yung kabila. Pero hindi.
Okay lang po kahit yung power shots na sinauna.
Okay lang.
Basta ano pa rin, Canon pa rin. But alright,
Canon.
sige, may question actually si Borg.
Oh, may-
Habol na natin, ha?
If may follow-up muna ako doon sa...
Sige, Ramel.
Sir, nabanggit mo yung ano po yun? CPS po ba? Yung Canon Professional Service?
Canon Professional Service.
Meron po ba siyang additional fee to get that? Or automatically, pag bumili ka ng camera agad, are you entitled with that perks ng sa service center po?
Let me double check very quick. But definitely there is a payment. Though.
Meron.
Yes,
ang
meron pa.
ang pinaka-requirement niya is that you have to be you're doing this as a profession. So talagang professional ka. Dapat you have to give your business business details.
May fill out.
You have to fill out certain things. Tapos meron kasi siyang tiering. If I'm not mistaken, merong bronze, silver, and gold. Or even platinum. Parang ganyan. So may different packages siya, but eto, I'm pulling it in right now para I could So yun, light, silver, gold, and platinum. Okay, yung light is basically free siya during your warranty period. Okay. The silver is technically free also, but it only entails different cameras only, no. So you just go to the Canon Facebook Philippines, Canon website, you can see it there.
Yeah.
Gold costs you anything between 3,000 pesos, no. So that 3,000 pesos includes expedite service warranty. So that's from regular na 7 days or 14 days, magiging 4 working days na lang. So top priority ka. And then you can get 15% discount on repairs. Tapos meron kang yun nga, maximum of 7 working days, and then for anything na pwede mo pang gamitin yun yung camera na yun. And then
Sir Andy,
yes,
3,000 is annual or monthly?
annual
Membership.
Ano ba?
annual membership.
Alright.
Wow naman doon. Wow
Mura na
naman
yun.
talaga
Mura
doon.
na yun.
Iko-compute mo
Grabe,
yung-
no?
I mean, i-divide mo na lang. O ganito na, do the math, 3,000 divide by 365 days.
Oh,
Yun, bigla mo
magkano
siya tignan.
daily?
Magkano daily?
Or, na peso.
Oo.
Merong
Pero
may
investing in
nagpapasilip. What is this? What exactly is this? May similar daw? Similar or something?
Yeah,
Ah,
something
hindi,
like
hindi.
this. This is not this one, pero yung iba yung sa amin. Yung
iba.
toy
Okay.
camera namin.
Right.
That's one. If
This
you're
is-
familiar
This
with
is somehow similar.
Somewhat
But
I think this
similar.
is a commemorative camera.
Oh,
miniature.
this is a commemorative camera.
Parang 1DX, so.
Yung mga pinamimigay ni Jeff is the ones that are vintage. So I mean, it's also the same,
Oh my
not
God.
not super big, but
Okay.
it's the
And
ones that are vintage.
Anak, sumali ka. Anak, sumali ka.
Ayan.
Hindi ka pwede.
Ayan, ganyan pinapakita ni Jeff yung mga ganyan, tapos may camera body yan.
Wait lang,
et cetera, et
ha?
cetera.
Focus na. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Atras kante. Yan.
Naman ito.
Sasali raw si Peter Norton.
So wala lang sa akin yung body ngayon, kaya
Yeah, may mga
Yeah,
yun
but-
yung mga meron. Then
may-
of course CPS, you have the platinum also. Yung platinum you guys just check, but the main idea of
Yes
that
po.
is you get extended peace of mind. Lalo
Okay.
Yeah,
it was
opo.
created for actually ang CPS ata. Ito ang program that cuts across all nations. Okay, I have a story because you guys know that the recent Tokyo Olympics just finished.
Yep,
So of course, if you are a Filipino, you are a CPS. When of course hometown namin Japan, Tokyo.
Japan.
So meron kaming CPS area doon. So kahit wala kang dalang camera and just you know that you're a CPS member, you can go to the CPS area, borrow whatever camera there is kasi meron ka namang parang ID or parang acknowledgement, and then you can use that to cover big events, something like that. So I think yung
1DX.
CPS yung medyo international konti yung coverage kasi meron din naman kami local photographer siya from Hong Kong ata or Singapore. Lumipad siya dito to cover the SEA Games
SEA
ba yun?
Games.
Yes.
Or, I mean, basta recently. So ngayon, ang nangyari naman sa kanya, wala siyang charger. So, kinausap niya lang yung boss namin, yung regional office namin in the certain area where he came from. Kinausap niya yung office namin. And then yung office namin, even on a weekend, weekend, nagpahanap ng charger niya to cover the event. Tapos pinadala namin sa kanya. Something like that.
Job,
I mean, yun yung mga ganong instances that you needed peace of mind. And I think yun, buying to the local distributors, very, very important yan. And then, syempre, yun nga, having a brand that supports you after kang mabentahan. I think yun yung importante also. Na hindi ka binentahan ng system, tapos afterwards, bahala ka na.
Pasok ang question ni Borge dito. Doc Franco, read this one please.
Pasok.
Question kay Kuya Borge, from Kuya Borge. Question, is there a chance na Canon will put up a local or regional service centers or any possible partnership with a courier for mobility? So much effort kasi on my part to go to head office just to drop a unit na kailangan pagawa.
Sad face.
Si Borge, tama si Borge.
Pampanga.
Pampanga. I think we have more.
We have
I could reply.
authorized service center.
Authorized service center. But of course, iba kasi yung, I mean, iba yung treatment Kasi nandun kami, like for example, in the regional office, in the McKinley office. So, kung tamo ron, talagang, I mean, full service. Meaning, like for example, si Borge has been contributing to us sa mga photos and so he's tagged as masterclass. So, para siyang pagpunta nyo doon, automatic, parang priority siya.
Sir Anvi, pong mga photos ang binibigay sa inyo ni Borge? Kasi,
mga magagandang photos.
Magagandang photos. Naman. Magaganda naman.
Hi, Borge.
Hey, Borge. So, I think...
Magpunta ka na Makili, Borge. Tamad mo naman.
Tamad mag-
Pero meron kaming mga meron kaming mga partners that are meron kaming partner authorized partners that you can check in certain areas. This is nationwide. If I'm not mistaken,
may mga levels din.
Total of kasi minsan like for example, partner namin siya pero like for example, hindi pa sila expert when it comes to repairing certain what they will do is accept the unit. Diba? So, kukunin nila yon and then they will transfer to our head office or they will transfer it in a certain certain service center that can service properly. So, yun. Medyo, yun talaga, yung if you prefer to go to the head office, medyo malayo talaga si Borge. But definitely, there are authorized service center in Pampanga will send you a link, Borge, para medyo mas easier for you yung reference.
Si Borge na to, nakakuha pa ng kagad Bilis ng... Yan ang sinasabi natin na kapag magaling ang company.
Ang bilis Action agad no?
Action, parang rapid tulpo lang.
Yan!
So, meron din ako share about it.
Merong sinabi si Sir Mark.
So, actually, may friend ako na he was asking about sensor cleaning kasi he found out na may dumi na yung sensor ng camera niya. So he thought the camera was old din kasi but he bought it in the Philippines. Okay. So nung sinabi ko sa kanya there might be charges because I'm not sure kung magkano kailan mo siya nabili ganyan. So he went there na may image in mind that I will pay something. And then he messaged me suddenly na sinabi niya ang ganda ng after sales because they didn't charge me because they found out that my unit is still under warranty. Wow. So that's one of the perks na galing pa siyang if I'm not mistaken, Bulacan. Punta sa McKinley. Although he has something to do rin naman in Manila. But kasi, 'di ba? Like what Andy mentioned, yung peace of mind is something that you cannot buy.
Yeah.
So yun yung good thing that kahit ako nagulat ako dun sa service Kasi parang sinabihan na lang ako na hindi niya ginastos yung dapat niyang gastusin for it.
Yeah. Alright. So far, ang bilang ko dun sa papakita ko na kung ilan na yung pumapasok na ibig sabihin, yung iba mali pa yung
habang
hashtag.
Nagbibilang si Maki. Yung warranty ng Canon in the Philippines, I think this is one key thing that you guys have to take note is 3 years warranty. When you register to our app, 3 years. Well, to begin with, hindi kasi talaga sirain yung camera. So parang in my opinion, in my experience, hindi talaga siya sirain. So, but the 3 years allows you to have that comfort and peace of mind na hindi mo iisipin. Lalo na if you're buying 200,000 worth of camera, 3 taon na
Sample, Sir
naka-service
Andy.
yan sa amin.
Tong
Sorry, Jeff.
Arco, 'di ba yung Arco, we usually use this R during our shoots, rainy or something. And I just realized na I think that's Thursday or Friday ko lang siya napalinis. Ganon katagal and hindi niya ako finail in terms of autofocus or something. So
Alam mo bakit? Kasi what's good about Canon camera, kapag binuksan mo na yung mount to change the lens, there's already a cover. So other brands don't really have that. Yun ang
ito,
masasabi.
EOS R, age nito 2018 ba? 2019. So meron na siyang ganito.
Nakita mo yung sensor niya, hindi na papasok. So,
nasa Sir Borge.
Di ba may mga times kasi na ganyan sinasabi nila na ano tawag diyan?
Yung tago. Alam mo yung
Yung kunwari, nagpapalit ka.
Ingat na
Diba,
ingat ka.
sobrang pagpapalit mo ng lente. Di ba? Tapos biglang tinamaan ng araw. Or kunwari, nasa event ka, yung may mga laser lights. Alikabok. Di ba? So, pagpalit mo ng lente, biglang pumasok doon accidentally. So, yung ganun yung sinabi ni JB and ni Jeff. Yung pinapakita ni Jeff ngayon. That gives you added protection.
I think
Hindi mo na kailangan muna pumunta
naka-adapt.
ng service center.
Lately lang naka-adapt yung iba. But,
Grabe.
this EOS R, I think, 2018, 2019 na
Yeah, this was launched like 6 years ago.
so,
You can just imagine the newer cameras right now, how it was built like a tank. Meron akong story, this was not super validated, pero there was a story that a 1DX Mark II ata or Mark I. Tapos may parang parang photojournalist ata siya, no? I mean, this is second-hand information. There was a bullet that went to the camera. And then it saved him because the bullet actually para siya naging bulletproof yung magnesium alloy. And it was still being parang nasa museum ata yun or something na nandun yung bala. Yung body nung 1DX hindi nag-push through yung bala sa kanya. Hindi habang nag-aano siya. So I mean, those are things that you see how a body of a camera has evolved, and it has evolved into different forms and form factor. Ngayon, dati 'di ba medyo built like a tank, 'di ba? Dati ang lalaki, minsan masakit na. And then if you look at the R system right now, it's light and it's sharper and it's faster. 'Di ba? Yun yung sinabi niyo kay JB kanina, ang bilis ng autofocus. Napapansin ni Ga na mabilis yung autofocus, and it was never by accident. It was created because there was a need of the market. So, yung need na yun, di ba, marami yung wedding. Si Romel, it was shooting wedding, di ba? So, you cannot miss a single shot. Sorry, hindi ko kabisado yung mga specs. Ilang FPS ba yun, Jeff? R6. Favorite ni Jeff yan eh.
I think 20 to 30. I'm not
30
really sure. Kasi na-mix up ko na. But, true to life experience, yung R6 ginamit namin during our parang wedding coverage something. So since the R6 and the R5 has the dual pixel autofocus autofocus 2, which is meron ng subject people priority, animal and vehicle. So meron na din siya parang artificial intelligence na parang nag-evolve siya how you use it. So na-identify niya during the event kung ano yung gusto mong i-focus agad. For example, na-feel niya during the day, lagi mong fino-focus si bride, si groom. So, during the prep, alam niya na agad gusto mo si bride, gusto mo si groom. So,
naku,
yung
sir,
kasama
perfect
ko,
pala
I don't
kay
know.
Romel yung ganyan.
I don't know if
Baka ano ma-focus.
Nag-guess nyo na si Kuya Owie, right? So, si Kuya Owie, kasama ko siya nun. So, he was amazed. As in, tumatakbo siya ng parang gumaganon-ganon. So, the camera is tracking. As in, parang siya na yung nag-isip ko sino yung gusto mong i-focus.
Grabe.
Parang ganon yung technology.
Nagkaroon na siya ng machine learning.
Oo. So, during that time, ayun, hindi na siya pinatulog. Joke lang. Gusto
Sana hindi
niya.
nakatulog. Kumuha na ba si Owie? Kumuha na ba ng R6? Kumuha
And
na?
then, I think he is planning R5. I don't know if R5. Kuya Owie, nakabili ka na ba?
Siyempre, si Owie pa ba?
Owie
Ganda
kasi
ka. Speaking of Kuya Owie, thank you ulit from
Canon
last
kasi si
week's
Owie.
episode, Kuya Owie. Thank you. So, guys, pwede pang humabol pero habang humahabol kayo, magdodraw na kami ng siguro first three winners for the limited edition miniature camera sponsored by no other
Canon.
than Canon
Canon.
Philippines, and with their mantra that they always keep in their hearts. This is all delighting you always. So we have to thank Canon for this one. So again, habol pa kayo, pwede pa. But let's draw first the first three that will win this limited edition miniature camera sponsored by Canon in 3, 2, 1. Drum roll please, ga.
Sino kaya?
Bam, 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 bam.
Tun, 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 tun,
Tun.
Iba pala.
More chances of winning to. More chances of winning.
And
Arturo Roman, you just won yourself your limited edition miniature camera brought to you by Canon. So if you're watching, paki-message
Arturo
please
Roman.
si Romel Marcelo to confirm. Teka, parang Arturo Roman, parang kilala natin yata itong ano.
Parang kamag-anak ni Alex Lyle.
Yung profile picture ba? Hindi, ko-confirm natin yan na Arturo Roman, if you're watching.
Arturito!
Yeah.
Loko kayo. Pag yan, nahuli kayo So again, Arturo Roman, congratulations. So please send a message to Romel Marcelo here in Messenger para ma-confirm niya.
Yeah.
Next!
Boring Mondays will confirm. And
Yeah, syempre.
Bakit hindi ko
pwede
makita?
pa.
Medyo lalo suspensing. Ayaw makita.
Don Carlos L. Hardiel II, you also have won yourself a limited edition miniature camera sponsored by Canon Philippines. So again, to confirm your prize, send a message to Romel Marcelo in his FB Messenger account. Alright? Next. So, first three. So, nakadalawa na tayo. Pwede pa kumawal, guys, Pwede pa.
Mukhang kilala ko na si Arturo Roman. Walang yan.
Kilala na ba?
Sa akin.
Ay, tangina. Hindi.
And, of course, the third winner is, si Gamarts, nasa Taiwan. Hoy! Ang kapal na mukha mo dyan. Sumama ka talaga. Hindi, wala naman tayong sinabi na bawal sa team eh. Pero anong gagawin mo? Ipapaano mo ba?
Mapa-redraw natin.
Generous.
Dalawang beses na ako nanalo eh.
So, i-redraw daw yung kay Gas. So, again, this is gonna be the third winner for the limited edition miniature camera sponsor and brought to you by Canon
ba't
Philippines.
nagbago?
Oh, Jello de los Santos, all the way from Zambales.
Romel Marcelo nakalagay.
Ha? Loko, walang ganun ha. It's Jello de los Santos who is gonna be the third winner for the limited edition miniature camera sponsored and brought to you by
Ayun, nandun
Canon
siya.
Philippines.
Jello de los Santos.
Yeah, Jello sent a message to Romel Marcelo just to confirm. So meron pang dalawa, guys. So abangan pa kayo and then sabihan nyo pa yung mga friends ninyo na just type in the hashtag Team CANON PHXBM to get a chance to win this limited. So wala to sa market. Kayo lang ang unang mga makakakuha nito So ayun. Alright. Romel Marcelo, meron pa ba tayong mga round of questions while we wait for the other entries?
Sige, ano muna tayo?
Ay, sige, nag-ano ka pala, no? Gamart!
Yung mga nagko-confirm sa akin.
Sige.
I-confirm mo yung sa akin
Nagpa-redraw ka nga. Loko ka. Hindi. But again, we have to thank Canon Philippines for bringing in their team. These are your key persons. If you want to know more about Canon products, their actually ito malapit na mangyari, in a few days magla-launch sila ng mga bagong products and activities on their official website, and you've heard it here first and only, exclusive here on Boring Mondays. And we have to say thank you syempre to the whole Canon team, starting with Sir Jeff Geronimo, JV Ruanto, and Sir Anvi Factora. And yung kanina may mention nga sila, so actually one of the questions nga, if you want to know how to test a system, sinabi na nila, nireveal na nila. So if you can find Wendy, bahala kayo kung anong apelidong Wendy ang hanapin niya, but if you can find Wendy, siya daw ang key.
Wendy Sir Wes.
Diba? Find Wendy. No, but hi Wendy, if you're watching. And syempre, yun nga,
So, question na, Maki, yung question.
Yeah, go. Kasi habang inaano natin yung mga pumapasok pa ng mga
May question
Yun, so-
dito si Eladio.
si Eladio. Let me
may
see.
question
This
kanina.
one. Go ahead, guys. Ask this one.
Yun, so from Sir Eladio Gumbok Pinedes. So, tanong ko lang po, since naglalabasan ang phone photography, ano ang kinaangat ng Canon sa mga phone photography at gaano kabilis mag-adapt ang Canon sa needs ng photographer?
Ayan na yung Wendy Garrido. Yan ba yun? Si Wendy Garrido ba yun?
Sir
Ay,
Wendy
sir,
Garrido.
ala.
Lumabas.
Ayan, yun na, nagsalita na. Naku, baka maraming mag-message bigla. Wendy Garrido po, name your gateway to the Canon system.
This one. Hi, Wendy.
Ayan. So, Wendy
So, that is
Garrido.
your
Actually,
gateway,
ano rin yan, photographer din yan si Sir Wenz. He's been
Yes.
very, very good. Going back to the question, ako muna yung sasagot because I have experience in selling both products. Ang sabi niya is, can I
Phone.
see again the question? Phone
Yeah,
camera,
the phone camera.
and also the
Ano yung
how
kinaangat
Canon.
nung Canon sa
Okay.
mga phone
Actually ako,
camera
I think I
model?
have the liberty to give the perspective of a phone camera because I was selling two of the best phone cameras in photography back then. So when I was still in ASUS, I was selling what we call ASUS Zenfone. It was built for photography. Yun yung tagline namin. Okay, I'll talk about it later. For those people that also know P30 or Huawei. So I was also part of the Huawei team before. So if you look at it, there are pros and cons. Okay. Laging argument here is that the best camera is the one that you have. And sometimes you don't bring your heavy duty camera. Or, I mean, that's one argument that are there. Okay, that's given. But the advantage of a Canon system, in my view, okay, marketing both smartphone and marketing both the camera is number one is of course future proofing your work. I think that's one way. Definitely the megapixel, kahit 100 megapixel pa yan or whatever, the sensor size is different. Okay, let's put that into perspective, diba? Second is the variety of lenses that you can play around with. The current one in the phone, definitely meron kang portrait, meron kang zoom, meron kang whatever, pero may pixel loss yan, diba?
True.
But if you're using a camera, there's no pixel loss. You cannot have that limitation. And again, you can future proof your work. So that's second, the versatility of the lenses. And then I think third and most importantly is that kudos to smartphone photographers. There are a lot of talented people and there are great people that are into this, and you can use both systems to your hobbies and passion, and maybe a little cutting across to your professional work. But sorry, just put it this way. Will you go in a wedding pitch and say that I'm gonna use a smartphone to shoot your wedding? Diba? In professional work, sometimes it's gonna be difficult to do that.
True.
Diba? And sometimes nangihingi na yung ibang brands or ibang clients. What is your equipment? Diba?
Yeah.
So what equipment do you use? What's your equipment list? Diba?
Yeah,
So what
actually, Sir
lenses do
Andy,
you use?
to add that, meron kaming na-interview actually na isang photographer din na what you mentioned, talaga tinanong yon ng client straightforward. I want to see muna the whole arsenal that you have. Although, syempre, ang justification naman niya, it's okay with him kasi that's the client side. So, pinakita niya lahat yung ano na yan. And then, pero this naman he was mostly talking about yung skill naman niya kasi nga, he was skilled enough na whether it's a smartphone,
whatever
it's a
he
DSLR.
used. Okay, put that also into context. Kasi kahit ano naman gamit mo, it's also okay. Di ba? But again, there are scenarios, there are limitations that device cannot handle. For example na lang, kunwari, you're using a smartphone, nagre-record ka ng video, then biglang tumawag yung mother mo, or biglang tumawag yung daddy mo. Cut off ang video mo. For example lang. I mean, these are true scenarios that could happen, and you're not buying a smartphone for the sake of just shooting camera, video, photo there, di ba? You're using it as a multi-function device. Di ba? Yun naman ang advantage ng camera, ng smartphone. Hindi naman yung camera, hindi ka pwede mag-text, hindi ka pwede tumawag. Di ba? Yun yung limitation. So again, I'm looking at it on both spectrums because I was able to solve these two cameras, and I think it has its strengths and limitation. But at the end of the day, you choose whatever weapon
Will work.
is needed into
Yeah.
a scenario that you want. Kasi yun
True.
eh. 'Di ba? Hindi naman porket sinabing smartphone, hindi ka na professional. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Hindi rin naman sinabing pagka may DSLR ka or may SLR ka or mirrorless ka, professional ka na kagad. Still, you have to weigh things. There
Subject
are
to it.
skill, talent, 'di ba? Experience, 'di ba? And a lot of
Yes.
factors that you have to put into.
Alright.
So it should never be an argument between maganda ba
Smartphone
smartphone
or a
kaysa sa
DSLR,
camera,
yeah.
because it's a whole different discussion altogether. So baka si JB may insight about it and si Jeff.
Ako,
Ayan,
meron
si
akong
Jeff.
Sige.
story.
Well
May
said,
story
Sir Andy.
kasi ito, recent lang. So yung auntie ko umuwi galing US. So meron siyang photo from her phone. So wait lang. Yan. So gusto niya kasi ipa-print like malaki.
Malaki.
Blow up.
Kasi
Yeah.
sa horseshoe, I don't know if alam niyo sa may horseshoe something, yung sikat
San Juan.
na landscape na sa US. I
US
don't
ka
know
lang
if
sa
US
Juan.
yun. Basta may horseshoe, yung mukhang horseshoe na lake. So yun, gusto niya ipa-blow up. But, syempre, coming from a printer company din. So yun kaganda sa Canon di ba? From input to output talaga. We know if kaya. So, yeah, the megapixel is there. Pero pagka tingin ko, ang kaya lang is 10 by 13 inches. So, just imagine, 10 by 13 inches lang yung maximum ng photo
The
without
horseshoe
pixelating.
bend, according
the
to
horseshoe
Ryan.
bend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yun, may problem na agad doon na she cannot print it larger than 10 by 13 without having those pixels. Makikita
Pixel
niya na
loss,
talaga. Oo. Unless ipiprint niya na lang daw sa canvas paper. So, yun, nakaka-add ng parang creativity na lang. But then again,
Yes.
that's the limitation of that. What Sir Anvi is saying, the future proofing. And also for me, preference ko is shooting in a camera. It might be a travel or something like professional shoot. Why? Because I have this if ever that I'm doing something, it must be the best of the quality. So having a
Yes.
camera, the versatility of the raw file. Yeah, the raw file. So I can edit it or I can crop it. For example, 1.6 crop factor or something like 3 times I having a 32 megapixel in a full frame sensor. So iba siya, iba talaga yung story. So the sensor size, ayun nga sabi ni John, sensor size matters. So hindi porket mataas na yung megapixel like 100 megapixel like they're promoting in the market. So yung sensor niya pa rin maliit pa rin di ba?
That's
Compared to the camera. So having a 30 megapixel pero full frame sensor, iba yung quality talaga yan, iba yung sharpness. So if hindi nyo pa na-try makagamit ng camera, then this is the time, this is the opportunity to
shift. No?
to try. As in, kahit wag mo na mag-shift, try nyo lang, i-compare nyo lang, iba talaga. Sabi nga, iba yung nasa papel, iba yung nasa experience. So,
Yes.
I think that's the reason why I'm transitioning to Sir JG because he is a fan of printing his works as well.
Yan.
Actually, there's a resurgence happening in terms of yung printouts. Kasi it's been gone for so long. So, aminin natin, sino yung huling nagpa-print ng 4x6? Kailan yun? It was siguro 2004, 2005. Yun yung mga time na, high school graduate ako kasi alam ko film camera pa yun eh.
Mga gamit nun, yeah. Yun.
Nung buhay pa yung ibang brands ng film.
4R, ganun. 5R.
There's a resurgence in terms of printing. And what I can say is, yes, other cameras can do that. Pero kasi, if you look at it, it's better to have something that you have digitally and physically. Diba? What's good about the phone photography is that you can have it very digital. Nandiyan na lahat eh. But not everyone knows that the camera can also shoot for you and then you just transfer it to your phone. So sometimes the photos you see online, yung parang sabihin natin Instagram story mo versus Instagram story ni Jeff. Bakit yung kay Jeff ang ganda? Yung mapapagano ka na yung akin mukhang mukhang galing sa ilalim ng kamay yung quality ng photo. Gets mo yung, kasi madilim
True.
sa ilalim ng kama. So, sabihin mo, di ba, na, tag dito, it's ganitong megapixel, 100 plus megapixel, but I can see most of the grains and the pixels already.
Mhm.
So, it doesn't mean like what Anvi and, tag dito, Jeff is saying, it doesn't mean if you have a good megapixel camera, the sensor would follow. So,
Yeah.
if you have both things together in one, like a camera or
Much
digital
better.
camera, it's better in a sense that you can actually transfer the phone easily to your cellphone, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Kunwari ako, what I do nung Infanta kami nila Jeff. Tuwan-tuwa ako dun sa view kasi hindi naman ako landscape person. Pero when I tried shooting with a camera, ano lang to straight out to sa camera, transfer lang ako. Ang kinantsawan ako ni Jeff na grabe, ang bilis mag-edit. Yung gano'n na kasi, di ba, makikita mo na siya sa phone eh. So,
Yes.
edit ka
That's
konti,
true.
post mo, ganyan. While sa phone kasi, sabihin na natin, kunwari nag-shoot ka landscape, ganda ng phone mo, may zoom, ano ba yung pinaka-max na
Pag
zoom?
yan,
Parang
go-blow up na
100
yun.
times.
100 times zoom, di ba? Pero that 100 times zoom cannot do parang background compression.
Mm-mm.
Di ba?
Ano na yun?
sabihin
Labo
mo,
na.
Digitalism
Oo, sabihin mo nasa ano ka, nasa Infanta at 6 a.m. So makikita mo yung parang mountains and then the clouds and all.
Mhm.
Di yan kayang i-shoot ng phone eh. Although it looks good, it might look good, pero kapag shoot mo siya using a camera, even mag-kit lens ka lang, isagad mo sa pinaka-todo niya na focal length, di ba? Tapos i-zoom in mo na lang pag nando ka na sa editing. Eh di parang nadaya mo lang siya kasi you have more more things to play around with kasi one, your sensor is big, and then two, yung quality of the photo is bigger.
Yeah. Alright. So, pwede na rin natin isingit yung question naman ni Cardong Kodakero and Doc Franco. Read this one out, please.
Ayan, maganda.
Audio mo, audio.
Mag-mute ka muna,
Nakamute ka,
mag-mute
nakamute.
muna.
Naalala ko na naman yung mic. Hindi pa.
Question. Galing kay Cardong Kodakero. Question. Does Canon have any plans of introducing medium format cameras?
I think there's I can easily say full frame cameras are what's in right now. So if there's a need for introducing tag dito, medium format. The next question is how much are you willing to spend when it comes to the system?
Yeah.
Right?
Iba
Yes,
So
true.
Canon is
Totally
actually
different.
introducing parang entry level or entry model lenses that are full frame already. We have the 50 f1.8, 16
Yes.
2.8. And then if you do a medium format, say your body would be around, I don't know, almost less than 500,000 already.
Yes po.
It doesn't come with ano lang eh, the body only eh. And then
Yes.
sabihin mo medium format ka pero the lens that you have is just the basic
Full
kit.
frame, yes.
Di ba? Or you have a system of full frame, but you're not enjoying the full medium format.
Experience.
Di ba?
Yes.
So
That's correct.
what we are doing is promoting what's necessary kasi things that medium format can do, parang right now, a full frame format can also do. Like for example, the 8K video or full frame format. Sabihin na natin medium format versus a full frame camera when it comes to speed. Diba? It's something different. And also, yung portability, the way you handle stuff, parang let's face it, not everyone is getting younger. So you want something very
Isip mo ng
portable.
mobility na yung hinahabol ngayon, hindi na
mobility.
yung ano eh.
Actually,
Imagine,
that's
medium
if
format
you ask
ka.
them,
Diba? Gone are the days na ganun yung mga gusto. I mean, I don't know. I'm not speaking for everyone. But
If
kasi
I may
I'm
say, no, kung if the late John Cho was still here, he wouldn't go for the mobility. Kailang lahat ng guests bibit-bitin yan dahil talaga namang he's the hardcore na when it comes to any
lenses.
landscape, any concept, any area yan. Isang tawag lang yan. I want to ride a chopper or I want to go to this place. I want to support this program. Grabe siya. So, Tita Harvey, we're still watching. Miss talaga namin yung ganyang mga mga scenarios ni Sir John Chu. And he was really good with the camera. But okay, sige, update lang natin ng mabilisan. So, we have 33 entry. Ala, ang daming humabol bigla. Naghabol
Siyempre!
Naghabol bigla. That's 33. So, yung, di ba yung kanina?
Sure tayo walang dyan, ha? Walang marks, ganon.
So, yung the last winner that was called was Jello de los Santos. So, kita nyo, sa upper right, 30. Sige nga. Sige, since meron 33, i-draw na natin. So, we still have to. So, draw natin yung isa pa bago natin ituloy yung discussion. So, Romel, Marcelo, call them out. Sabihin mo, pwede pang humabol. May dalawa pa na pwedeng mapanalunan na limited edition. Sige.
Na miniature camera. Yan.
This is brought to you by no other than Canon Philippines. And always remember, Canon is delighting you always. And
bakit may nag-comment doon sa ilalim na PayPal ma?
Pwede ba yun?
Oy! Kala ko ba? Conflict of interest yun na.
Nanalo na ata si Jello de los Santos.
Yeah. So, ayan na lang niya. So, we will draw it again. So, guys, this is dalawa pa. So, we will draw the second to the last na miniature camera. And here it is.
Sino kaya?
Whoa! Congratulations, John Agner, all the way from Camarines Norte. You
yan?
a limited edition miniature camera brought to you by Canon Philippines. Galing ha? Uy, kayo, swerte nyo talaga, grabe. Imagine niyo na nanood lang kayo. You joined the discussion with Canon Philippines, and Canon Philippines is very generous enough to bring you a prize. Sige. So, paanohin pa natin na. So, meron pa. Guys, meron pang isa. The last one. So, pwede pa kayong kumabol. And, sige. May questions pa tayo. Last round of questions, Romel, para at least pagpahingan na rin natin ang ating mga corporate guests because tomorrow is another good day for them to bring out the delight with all their customers and the customer base.
Question.
Sige. Go ahead.
For example, sobrang daming models, di ba, ng Canon na like you said, na only open to the European market, to the US market, so on and so forth. Kung minsan wala sa Pilipinas, tas gusto ko yung ganong model na, let's say, the European edition, can I order it to you sa Canon Philippines?
Oh.
Since wala si JV, maybe I could quickly answer that one, Frank. The easy answer is yes, but it would be subject to availability of the unit. Like for example, a lot of birders or a lot of people that wanted the 1 million lens. For example, the RF 800 f5.8 ba yun? 5.6. Mm-hmm. So, for example, yun hindi siya like for example available in the local market, but you can always reach out to Canon. I think that's the best way. What Frank mentioned is for you to go to Canon, ask for maybe even yung mga stores even store level kasi they are authorized to take your potential order, so to speak, and they will let you know if the unit is available. So the easy answer is kung kunwari hindi pa siya available in the market or hindi talaga siya ni-launch in the market, is there a possibility that we can buy it direct to Canon? Yes. It might take some time though because again it's either ang kalaban kasi dyan, maraming market yung may mga nag-unang bumili na. Oo. Depende siya per regions availability. But you'll be set into a queue. But again, that queue naman would give you constant update if it's gonna be arriving or it's gonna be purchased, something like that. So, yun. You can purchase it. It's just
especially
a matter of time.
Kinontak nyo na si Sir Wendy.
Diba? Again, it's Sir Wendy
ganito.
Diba? Talaga inano pa rin. Hi, Sir Wendy. Good evening.
Joke lang, guys. Joke lang.
Alright.
Pero marami kasi talagang ganun Marami kasing mga units and even
orders.
yung mga accessories that are not immediately available in the market. Like kunwari may mga mics or something na hindi siya available in the market.
Special
There are
case, sir,
instances
yung
also.
Yung EOS RA.
Yun,
which is
RA.
especially
For
Astro.
Astro photography.
So, yun, mga special orders yun.
Grabe.
Dati na yun,
yun.
sir. As in, dati na na-launch. Pero, sa
Nagkakaroon
Philippines.
lang ng ulit, no?
Mga
Ng-
special
May mga ano lang,
services.
kasi may mga interest, like for example, may mga interested parties that want to purchase it, like the one JV mentioned earlier, yung RF 5.2 mm dual fish islands. For example, if you want to buy it, you can place a pre-order direct to our authorized resellers. Of course, that's Camera House, Henry's, and a lot of even nationwide sa different areas of the Philippines meron.
Ayan So may sinishare si Tita Harvey Chua na story. So, na rin namin ito kinwento niya to. So, Tita Harvey Chua is saying, John bought his first Canon camera when he had to shoot a plane flying by. And his different cameras and lenses then could not do what he needed to do. He was very happy with the images that he produced with his Canon camera and very happily and proudly delivered the required photos to his client. See, ganun lang kasimple kay Sir John Chua. I wanted to shoot a plane that's driving by. I buy the Canon camera that I need. I do it with the lenses and everything. And I would be able to produce it, diba?
If I remember lang, I'm not 100% sure. Kasi if you go to the Canon headquarters at the 7th floor, meron doon mga photo frames. So, I think nakita ko yung name ni Sir John Chua doon.
Yeah,
I mean,
in one of
he
our
has
conference room.
I think it's
Wow.
Sampaguita room, the
Yeah.
Banawe Rice Terraces. It was printed parang panoramic.
Uy, sige Sir Jeff, pag if you have time and you get
I'll
time to
check,
visit
I'll
it,
check.
get a photo para ma-send natin kay Tita Harvey. So nag-ano kasi si Tita Harvey ko pag nagko-collect na siya ng mga sort of mementos na hindi pa niya baka hindi pa alam ni Tita Harvey na meron na palang naka-exhibit doon sa Canon Philippines na office. So kunan natin. Tita Harvey, if you're watching
Sir
meron
John
daw, meron.
Chua is parang sobrang kilala sa office. Like
He's
if
very
I
very
ask,
dear to us. He's very
I
dear
ask
to us. Si
Sir
John
Wendy, I ask
Hello
Sir
po, I'm
Mondi.
Harvey.
Yan.
Ayan. And syempre, Gamarts, question. Final rounds of question.
Okay. Yan. So mga sirs, if someone wants to be a part of the Canon Philippines family as an employee, what are the requirements?
Pwede ba? Kapag hindi, okay
Go
lang.
to the LinkedIn.
Yan. Go to the link here. Ito.
LinkedIn.
Sa LinkedIn. Okay.
Tingin ko meron silang uniform hairstyle. Tingnan mo, pareho si Sir Jeff tsaka si Sir
Oo
Albert.
nga eh.
Hindi, baka may
Sideways,
in-house
no?
na. May in-house
Hindi tayo
na
papasa bago. Hindi tayo papasa.
Hindi tayo pwede. Ayun si Sir din hindi lang nakapag-trim sa gilid to si Sir JB.
Sir, may
Hindi.
required daw na hairstyle. One side.
Hindi, pero
Oh,
guys,
one
if
step.
you're interested to know more about what happened tonight, so we will also post on the Canon website yung replay nito so that you can find out ano yung mga ni-reveal nila tonight with Boring Mondays, and it's exclusive. And then again, abangan ninyo yung official launch ng dalawa nilang new products. In the next few days, about in less than 3 days, makikita nyo na yan. And ano pa? Kasi pag job hunting ka daw, Gamarts, mukhang lilipat na nga.
Mukhang
Eh,
very
Hindi ka
low.
pwede rin Papabook niya, pwede mag one side din.
So guys, hindi ko na rin patatagalin kasi I know you guys are gonna be busy again tomorrow and for the next coming days for the official launch of your new product.
Tanong muna tayo ng isang tanong na
Oh,
guys,
departing.
Yung pang Miss Universe question.
Ito.
Oh yeah,
Kinakabahan ako bigla. No?
na muna, okay.
sige.
What makes
Ikaw na.
Canon different from the other brands?
Syempre.
Parang
Alright.
job
Oo nga,
interview.
parang
Ah,
interview
So dito natin ngayon malalaman yung yung depth.
Alam mo,
ng
sino nagtanong si Romel? Romel, ito yung mga question na mapapahamak kami.
Yeah.
Kaya ikaw ipapahamak namin.
Ito yung mga question na ipapahamak mo kami, yung in-invite mo kami mag-interview, pero uhulog ko kayo
patay.
sa dulo.
Alam mo yung Romel, yung maganda na yung mo
Maganda yung na-build up mo pero sa dulo, awayin mo sila, Anvi.
Masaya tayo kumari.
Di na mo natutuwa yung isa, Sell me this pen question.
Ay, wag ka na maingay, Faye. Pinagtatrabaho kanina, ikaw ang ayaw, ang dami mo sinasabi.
Tita Harvey is saying, actually, his very, very first camera was a Canon QL17, if she can remember that correctly. And that was the camera that he had way back in 1970.
Okay, Sir
Grabe.
Mark is ano yan? FP or FB?
And to, kasi nga,
Canon
so kanina, di ba, sabi ni John Agner, if you were able to test yung Canon Pixma printer because the reason why, yung kanyang Pixma print
10
years ago na. Pero it was still vibrant. Si Seth Briggs, so, nagsusulsol kung yung isang brand nagka-claim na nakakapogi daw yung camera nila. Ano naman po kay Canon? Kay Canon, napakasimple lang po. Ito lang ang kanilang kailangan sabihin dyan. Canon is delighting you always. So,
Same.
ganun lang kasi
Brand
yun.
na to. I'm very curious.
Nakakapogi.
Meron ba silang full frame?
Yun ang
No, just asking.
Oh, just
Kasi
asking.
Asking lang
bakit
naman.
mo ipapa-beautify yung isang something that's very natural?
May kulay.
Ay, yellow. Yeah.
But seriously, guys, if you want to learn more about the new products that they are launching, again, go to their Canon website and also on their FB page because they will be posting there all the updates that will be introduced in the coming days. And ayun nga, we have to say thank you, syempre, to Sir Jefferson Geronimo, the designer and head for the content creation for Canon Philippines. I also have to say thank you to Anne V. Vactora for being the marketing communications head for consumer products. And siyempre, si Sir JV na, nag-CR break lang. But JV Ruanto, the product manager for camera and business. And then, yun nga guys, so, kinaraffle na natin. Hi,
The
Chris
last
Kring.
one.
Humabot si Chris
The last
Kring.
one.
Yung first camera niya na Canon is a Prima BF 800. Uy,
800.
tagal na rin yun,
Hindi na namin inabot. Pixma na kami. Pixma na yung inabot namin. Prima, hindi ko na inabot.
And
Pixma
syempre,
lang
it's
po.
time to raffle the last miniature camera that will be given off by Canon Philippines. And we have to thank them profusely for this one, giving us the opportunity to bring in their team here on Boring Mondays, know about the company profile, and finally find out what's next in the coming days. And yun nga, sinabi nila, abangan nyo, grabe, ang ganda ng mga naka-line up nila. So kudos to the whole Canon Philippines team. So, ready na. Wala nang habol. O may habol pa. Type nyo lang just to join this raffle. All you have to do is type in hashtag Team Canon PHX Boring Mondays. And currently, we still have the 35 entries. And kung may mga habol pa kayo, pwede pa. But in about a minute, irarun na natin yung the final. So, habol pa.
Mukhang after nito, pwede na tayo makahiram ng camera.
Sir Andy.
The Harpichua is also saying rangefinder, yung Canon QL17. But thanks to Canon, it was what launched his career as a photographer. Wow. Then Robert Alvarez is saying the first Canon camera ang nagbigay sa. Wow, congratulations Robert. Nice one.
Alam mo, just go back. Siguro a little bit of habang hinihintay natin.
Yeah, go.
The camera system, yung Canon, it brings you a lot of historical nostalgia. I mean, the brand itself, no? Ayan yung mga first milestones mo, yung mga first awards, di ba? Yung the launch of your career or you venturing into professional. Maraming memories eh. I mean, Canon and other brands, no? But I'm referring to as Canon right now. Kasi maraming success story na sinishare. And I think this is very nice to see. And again, no, we're in one big industry. We're all in this image making, videography, film, video industry, and Canon siguro ang what I can always share is that we try to elevate photography as much as we can, not just through one facet but to multiple facets, no, by supporting whatever people needs through products, through campaigns, through exciting activities, after sales support, etc. So yun, kami ang talagang goal namin is to really elevate the photography, image making, content creator industry much higher, because again, this is an industry that where our business is, di ba? So we have to really take care of it, we have to protect it, and we have to be at the forefront when it comes to the things that we can offer to the industry. So again, kudos to all the viewers who stayed for almost 3 hours. Grabe, solid. I was actually checking with Jeff. Sabi ko, talaga ba, Jeff, 3 hours in discussion? And nagulat ako na it actually went very quickly. Hindi ako masyadong naano. And I think it was always nice to talk about a topic that is very dear to your heart. And it's
Thank
very,
you guys, thank you.
Thank
diba?
you, Canon.
You share the same passion with everyone. So, maganda yung discussion flow. So, again, thank you guys.
Looking forward.
Looking forward, syempre din kami naman. Again, it was our honor to bring in Canon Philippines in the Shop Series because this is our way of saying and paying it forward, saying thank you to the brand that kept the industry alive and kicking. Because without you, wala. I mean, okay, you have your photographers, but without the brand that they carry, without the system that they can be proud of, wala rin eh, di ba? So this is our way of saying thank you. So again, Canon Philippines, thank you, delighting you always. Jefferson, Anvi, and JB, thank you for joining the Boring Mondays crew. And ito na, sige, ira-raffle na natin yung last miniature camera that is sponsored by Canon Philippines. And in a while, magbibigay na sila ng kanilang mga parting statements for all our viewers. And the drum roll, March, give me 10 seconds on the counter.
Pero gusto ko yung kanta mo, Maki, sa intro eh.
Gusto ko yun.
Ulit ba? Ulit. Sa closing, malay nyo. Alright, and there we have it, folks. We are raffling off the last miniature camera sponsored by Canon, and the lucky winner is no other than
Ba't di umiikot?
Hindi na.
John Luel Lungsod. Please send a message to Romel Marcelo's Facebook page.
Ba't parang
or Facebook
tuwan-tuwa si
Messenger
Romel?
to
Parang
confirm.
kilala niya na.
Mukhang kilala to ni mga paano tayo, mga ano yun, mga hatak ni Romel sa
Ano yan? Mga pakawala ni Romel.
oh, diba? But John Luel, please send a message to confirm your prize because Canon Philippines has
Maki,
given you a chance
may comment
to
si
win.
Ma'am Hardy.
Wait, sige lang ha. Alright, let's see. Si Sir Anvio, may umaawit sa iyo ng white box daw na nasa likod mo. Ano yan? Sneakerhead din yan si PayPal.
Talaga.
Travis Scott daw, sir. Travis Scott.
Travis Scott na ko.
Lipat
L ba
daw.
tayo or W?
Harvey
Lumipat
Chua
ka
is
muna daw
saying,
ng Canon.
I would like to see the photos by John that you mentioned that are on display at the Canon office. Please text me to whom should I ask for to be able. Yes, Tita Harvey. We did.
I-check ko po.
kami.
I'm not
Ayan,
100%
Hindi,
sure.
Jeff,
but
I'm sure.
Sure.
The Banawet
Yeah.
at Rice Terraces.
Yeah, so they will send it to you po, Tita Harvey. Don't worry. They will PM you that
We will
photo na
reach out to
nakadisplay
you.
sa Canon. Yeah.
Ma'am Harvey.
Yon. And there you have it, folks. So congratulations again to all the winners. Romel, can you recap yung 5 winners natin?
Yan, so ang mga nanalo, syempre si Arturo Roman, Arturito. Yan, si Arturito, then Don Carlos, Jariel, Jello de los Santos, Sir John Agner, then Sir Lowell, John Lowell Lungsod. Maraming salamat and congratulations. Yan, congratulations.
Alright. And ayun nga, in keeping with the spirit of Boring Monday, so syempre, before we let them go, we ask our guests to give their parang parting words or words of inspiration to the industry na syempre lahat nga dumaan dun sa pandemic and some are losing hope na, you know, they would be able to do the things that they did pre-pandemic. So go ahead, anyone could go answer first. No particular order.
Si JV muna. Ako ba?
Alright,
Or
sir.
si JV? Ako muna?
I'll start first.
Ayan, si JV.
So,
Sige.
ano lang, what I can say is don't lose hope. So, there are things that happen to us, but those things happen for a reason. So, keep on shooting, keep on being passionate, and keep on shooting. Kasi that brings out your creativity, and then that creativity would lead to something else, and that something else would lead you to something very successful. That's what I can say. So, siguro lagi ko sinasabi after my launch when we have launches, parang just like me, it's time to switch to full frame. So
Yeah.
yun lang talaga.
Alright, there you have it, folks. Mr. JB Ruanto, Canon
Thank you
Philippines
very much.
product
Thank you very
manager
much,
for camera
everyone.
business. Yeah.
for
Thank you, sir.
taking time to listen. Kasi 3 hours is quite long, but I think we made it very
Oo nga
interesting
po
for
eh.
everyone. So
Yes.
para
Thank you,
ayaw na
thank
ni
you.
Romel, no?
Hindi
Oo,
ba actually
grabe.
looking forward ako medyo
Hindi,
may mga
makikita niyo yan, Sir JV,
yun
nandun na
na.
yan sa office niyo, may nakatambay. Dala-dala niya na yung resume niya, tsaka yung ano niya. John,
Tapos
where is
ano,
your
yung
work?
Tapos nakawig na siya ng one-sided. Kasi hindi niya kailangan
Dapat nakawig ako niyan pag nagpunta ako. Pero definitely,
have
I
it.
will drop by in your office yan. Baka
Wow.
Wow, bibili.
Yun na.
Next,
Naku po.
syempre, Sir Anvi, go ahead.
Well, similar to what JV mentioned, I think we in Canon we share everyone's passion towards image making, photography, and more importantly, storytelling. Right now we're celebrating our 25th year anniversary, and that 25 years in the Philippines is really a solid testament of our support to the local market. And it's not as if that we were never supportive of the market. It again, the 25 years should speak for itself. And what's very important for us is to really uplift more the industry. Try as the best that we can, no, to introduce new products, introduce new campaigns, make everyone as much as possible very inspired to shoot more. Yun yung sinabi ni JB, just keep on shooting. Kasi even though you're a non-pro or a enthusiast, everyone started as a non-pro. Hindi lahat nag-umpisa na magaling kagad, di ba? I mean, unless you're super gifted. But as far as I know, it's sweeter when you go through the process. And the process might be painful, the process might be tough, but at the end of the tunnel, it's still very beautiful, especially if you will be part of this growing and very vibrant industry that we have here in the Philippines. And from Canon, no, what we can always say is that we try as much as possible to help everyone to the best of what we can offer through products, services, after sales support, and even camaraderie and friendship. Kasi I'm referring to photo marathons, yan, yung mga exciting activities that everyone could look forward to. Mga paid workshops or mga free workshops. Actually, nagpe-free workshops din kami. So, yeah, just tune in to our Canon Facebook page. Check out all the things that we have offered and we're currently gonna offer very soon. And then apart from that is, of course, I want to thank all the people who stayed. It's, again, 3 hours of a very interesting topic. It was all about Canon, but at the end of the day, it was also about unfolding different stories that you guys have with Canon. Yun yung what made this discussion very engaging kasi may mga you guys have your own unique Canon story, and my Canon story is still unfolding as we speak. So, again, thank you everyone, and thank you to the entire team of si PARC. Wala lang siya ngayon, no? But thank you guys for being a very good host and for inviting us, no, to impart our history, to impart the things that we can offer to our customers, and to impart, of course, the Canon story to all Filipino shooters. So again, maraming salamat,
thank
guys.
You, Andy. Thank you. And later, magpipicture pa tayo
Andy.
after ng speech ni Jefferson Geronimo, the guy behind the whole thing. So it was through Sir Jeff Geronimo. So we also have to thank Jeff Geronimo for bringing in the key positions from Canon Philippines here on Boring Mondays. Go ahead, Jefferson.
Yan, first of all, yun, gusto kong pasalamatan syempre sila Sir Anvin and Sir JV for accepting the invite despite the busy schedule right now. Kasi we're soon to launch the R7 and R10, and please guys support the local launch, the video launch that the team prepared for you guys. So ayun, sobrang exciting, and I'm also excited with the output na gawa ng buong team. And thank you to the whole Boring Mondays for keeping Mondays interesting. Kasi yun, while share ko lang during my workouts during Mondays, so nakikinig ako nung lives nyo. Though I cannot comment kasi I'm actively moving. But thank you for still keeping the Mondays interesting. And thank you to Papi PARC, thank you Sir Maki, Thank you, Sir Romel, for making my night always funny. Sir Gamars and Sir
Thank you,
Franco.
thank
Sir
you.
Franco, during our personal chats, location, sa mga shoots. So, yun. And Gamars for the posting sa yung mga Instagram niya, mga ano. So, I'm always keeping in touch with you guys even though, yun nga, my
Very busy
physical
na siya, yeah.
physical presence is not always there. But, yeah, I'm always keeping in touch with you. So thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for having this program promote anything under the sun and our crafts be known to other people. So I think that's the that's the thing here. So thank you so much for this
Thank you
platform.
din also for being here. And yun nga, magpipicture tayo. Syempre, mandatory picture para may proof
Sir JV,
na nandito
pasok.
ang JV, if you're there, please open your camera. Nako, kailangan ng battery. Sara na hindi. Kaya yan. Dito pa ba?
Naka-ano kami?
Kailangan.
Paano tawag dyan?
Naka-printer kasi ako.
Naka-cable.
No,
Naka-cable kami.
Nag-cable kami.
Teka, ayusin lang natin, ha?
No, I printed
Yeah.
something kasi. I printed something. So I have to
okay.
use it.
Alright, so strike your pose, gentlemen from Canon Philippines in 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Alright, thank you again, Sir Anvi, Sir
Thank
JV,
you
and
po.
Sir
Thank
Jeff
you so
Geronimo for
much.
being here and engaging
Thank you,
our
sirs.
audience.
Thank you, viewers.
And
Thank you.
to all
Thank
our
you.
viewers. And you've heard it first and exclusive here on Boring Mondays. Ang dami nilang ila-launch in the next coming days. Abangan nyo lang, ipapost nila yan sa kanilang official website. And if you want to learn more about it, here, you can visit them here on http://ph.canon. This is the shortcut lang yan. But also on their FB page at Canon Philippines. And also visit their head office in Taguig. And yun nga, on the replay, panoorin nyo kasi ang dami nilang ni-reveal ng mga bagong products na sila yung pioneer here in the Philippine market. So go, Sir Jeff, Sir Andy, and
Thank
Sir
you,
JV, you may
thank you.
now turn
Thank you
off
very much po.
your
Thank you, sir.
browser.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
being
thank
here on
you.
the Boring Mondays Crew. On
Thank you,
behalf
guys.
of
Thank
PARC
you,
Cruz,
guys.
our main host who couldn't be here and join us tonight. But soon, you will hear from him soon. Thank you.
Thank you,
Galing,
thank
galing.
you. Thank you.
We
Bye,
enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sirs.
So yun, ang ano na no, grabe. Ang bigat
Grabe,
ng mga
kahit
ano
nahuli
nila,
ako.
nila-launch.
Dami mo natutunan.
Pero parang masarap mag-ship sa Canon kasi yung after sales.
Yung CPS, no? Yung CPS
Oo,
nila.
CPS kasi malaking bagay yun.
Lalo na pag sa
Malaking bagay
mga
sa mga
pro na
professional
kagaya ni
photographers.
Papel. Iba
Yeah.
talaga eh.
Kahit hindi ko natanong yung question ko, ano ang bentahin nila na mapapapalit ako ng brand at system? Naaalis ako sa brand.
Kanina sinabi ni hindi mo lang
Pero yun
nabutan
nga yung
sinabi ni
Doc
Sir
Rocco, yung
sabi
TPS
ni
pa lang.
Sir
Yung
James,
pala,
ni Sir
Benta na
JV.
yun eh.
Sobrang ano yun eh, sobrang
Sobrang
solid.
committed.
Wala.
Sobrang solid.
Kasi alam mo yung sa mga professional photographers, hindi kasi pwedeng mawalan ng gamit yon. What if nasira at wala kang backup?
Oo, yun nga
So,
yung
supposedly dapat, supposedly,
Pero,
the
sa
brand
ibang ano ba?
camera.
Sa ibang meron bang ganun din or hindi ko alam?
I know some brands. I know the other brand offer that. Pero
Wala,
Ang brand ba-
natatalo sa
No,
after sales nila.
Romel, ang brand natin wala ano.
walang ganon.
ulo.
Walang ganon. Walang
Wala.
ganon.
Ay,
Wala.
yung- Alam na lang yung no.
Yan, wala tayo.
Hoy, bawal. Technical yan, technical. But again, folks, this has been your Boring Mondays crew. And this is your shop series featuring Canon Philippines. And we thank them, really thank them for being a very, very big part in the whole photography industry, for being very
Yes.
active in giving you the best products that they have to offer. So Canon Philippines, again, with their mantra of keeping with delight. Canon is delighting you always. So you guys, again, if you want to know more about the products that they have to be launching, just visit their website. They will be posting it. Nandun na actually yung iba, some of it may sneak peek na. And yun nga, nag-reveal lang sila ng additional info here on Boring Monday. So, on behalf of our main host, PARC Cruz, this is me, Maki Gamarts from Taiwan, Romel Marcelo, and Ninong Doc Franco, all the way from Inang Cavite, bidding you thank you and good night. See you guys next week. So, hindi pa namin announce kung anong gagawin next week, but matutuwa kayo kasi we're bringing something na na-miss ninyo for the past few years. Abangan nyo yan.
Ano yung bold? Kaya may excited.
Loko. Hindi yun. Iba.
Ayun, so maraming salamat sa inyo guys. So siyempre sa aking mga kapamilya na sumali ngayon, bigla sila dumami. Yan, kay Lowell, kay Paul, yan, kay Jerome, kay sino nga ba to? Nasaan ba yung yung mga yan?
Sabi na nga ba, baka wala.
Hinahanap-hanap ko sila yung mga nag-comment dyan. Si Michi, si Kuya Mark, sino pa ba? Nasaan na ba yung...
Pero malupit yung unang nanalo, no?
Si Reggie, yan. Magandang gabi. Yan, kay Christian Joya, magandang gabi. And maraming salamat sa pagsali. Next time, pagka yung anniversary, sugudin natin. Tayo naman mananalo dito. Yan.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. Good evening and good night from the whole Boring Mondays crew. This has been Session 95 Shop Series featuring Canon Philippines. Thank you, guys.
Siyempre yan. Binabati ko na si Jeline yan. Magandang gabi yan. Magandang gabi. Thank you. Sa susunod, sali ulit tayo. Kaya natin to. Yan. Thank you.
Dami mo binitbit, ha?
Siyempre, ganun talaga. Yung iba nga dyan, Alex Riley, Arturito, nanalo, di ba?
Sino ba Arturito?
Okay, so camera off, boys, and we close the show bidding you good
Camera
night.
off na kami at kakanta ulit si Maki.
No. Thank you, guys. It was fun having you. Canon Philippines, thank you so much. Thank you. Good night.